Hello again, explorers. Hello, Ifany. Hello, Caden. Thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate. Hope you're doing good as we start up Tales of Apocrypha in our hunt for Sturkin to stop the Assassin's Guild from, assassinating the king and queen. That would be bad. Round 2 today. I know, right? Oh boy, I got a little nap in. I got a little nappy, so I should be good to go. It's gonna be an adventure today. Okay. Well, with that, let's go ahead and swap. I should have napped. I know, right? Sitting here just like, ugh. It's okay. It's okay. We'll be tired together. Alright, so let's go ahead and swap on over and say hello to everybody.
Trees on top of? That won't have consequences?
Consequences?
What, Anna? What? No. Do regale me. What houses can I put trees on top?
Toes. Because they're burned, so they're not there anymore, so there's no consequences.
Oh, God.
Guys, for reference, when we were in Valgard last, we were looking over the map, and I discovered that there were like 8 houses that just had trees on top of them, and now Anna is never going to let me live this down.
Nope.
Basically, yeah.
They're just decorative roof trees. Like, who doesn't have trees on the
Exactly.
roof?
It's a Valgard culture thing. You just wouldn't understand, Anna.
They're advanced. That's gardens in the ground, tired. Gardens on the roofs, wired.
So true.
Yeah.
It's fine. I got rid of them. They're not there anymore. And if you find one, just shut up.
Just shut up.
Good tree.
Hi.
Anyways, hi everyone. Welcome back to another session of Tales of the Apocrypha. I am your Dungeon Master, Star Ryan, and of course we are joined by our usual awesome, lovely crew of people. We've got, going in no particular order, there's Bela playing as Narcellis, the half-drow sorcerer.
Oh, I'm first. Hi.
Yeah. We've got Rana playing as Arca, the Aarakocra barbarian.
Howdy.
We've got Anna playing as Tove, the human cleric.
Hello.
We've got Eliza playing as Yavari, the tiefling wizard.
Hello.
We've got Yai playing as Yulia, our tiefling bard.
Hello and good evening.
And of course, we've got our lovely stream host, Renard, playing as Taffy, our Tabaxi padlock rogue.
Hello. I like he's a padlock rogue now.
Yeah, padlock rogue.
Specific class of rogue.
The new subclass. Homebrew subclass.
Yeah.
Padlock rogue.
So, last session, we finally made it to Valgard, man. We did it.
It's been 20 years, but we made it.
After having a run-in with Julian Boot, learning a little more about some anima stuff, we finally made it to Valgard with General Faldvin and his crew, where the party split up. We had, who all was it? It was Taffy, Yavari, Yulia, and Arca decided to go with Runarian to kind of take a little tour around the city, get a lay of the land, as a lot of them had not been to Valgard prior or hadn't spent a lot of time in the city. And then Narcellis and Tove took Imran, which was the drow that we picked up along the way to Valgard, who apparently knows about Sturkin. And so they took him to try and figure out, where he had met Sturkin, or kind of figure out whatever other information he might know. And I think that's about it. We had our party of 5 went over to the bakery run by Mira, a half-elf who's really good friends with Yulia. They had some sweets. They asked her a few questions, but didn't really get very far. Whereas Narcellis and Tove had a run-in with Minister Yakan, who is a minister of the Order of Seven, the major religious order of Edivol. And he had maybe some not so nice things to say about Nershellus. I don't quite remember the extent of the conversation.
Something about how Tove should pick her company better.
Yep, that was it.
I was not happy about that.
Yeah. So yeah, after that, they were accosted by some kids in the fishing district, and now they are on their way. I think you guys were on your way to the nobles' quarter to go seek out General Faldvin.
Yes, because we wanted to go check out the fishing district without anyone in our particular party of 3 being accused of stealing anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Man, I wonder how that would happen. Yes, so we shall begin again there as I make sure I move you all to Valgard and not just myself. Excellent. All right, so yeah, we will.
That is so good.
We're gonna go ahead and I will start over in the bakery. I know you guys had just finished up a conversation with Mira as you were, I think, trying to convince her to like get some security around the house because you're worried that you're here talking to her. She was going to be in trouble, but she seems very hesitant about it before she had to go get back to work. So yeah, the 4 of you, I believe, finished up. I'm not sure now if you would like to leave, head out somewhere else, or if there's anything else you'd like to do while you're sitting down in the bakery.
Can't think of anything.
I think Taffy wanted to establish getting us set up somewhere with rooms, and Mira said I think it was the Dragonstone Tavern might still had enough room to accommodate all of us.
Yes. So yeah, if you guys would like, then you can head over that way.
Excellent.
Sounds good.
Excellent. So with your treats finished, you all decide to head out, and Runarian will probably lead the way just to help you guys from getting lost. As you head on a little down the ways to a rather large tavern. It's 3 stories tall. It looks maybe a little lopsided on one side. But there is, a sign hanging above the door with a sort of dragon insignia painted upon it called the Dragonstone Tavern. Gonna move Taffy's little thing over here. And
was the rusty scale mentioned last session? I can't remember.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, not yet. Yeah, she just kind of recommended this one because it happened to be like right here. Okay. And as you guys walk inside, you are met with a half-elf. I'll just drop their little token down here. They stand behind the desk. They have grayish hair. They have parted to one side. Half the other side is shaved off. Wearing some simple blue clothing as they're dusting up the counter, making it look a little presentable. There's a few people hanging about inside in kind of the entering room, having a few drinks, but it's rather quiet and peaceful. And as your party enters, she looks up and seems a little surprised at seeing so many people enter with such a diverse party amidst you. Says, welcome in, welcome. What can I do for you all today?
We need rooms.
We need rooms.
All right. Is it the 5 of you?
We do have 3 more with us.
Okay. I can ask, who else do you have with you?
I'll let Yulia field that one.
sorry. Who do you mean? What do you mean by who?
We just need rooms.
Just,
In what regard?
just curious as to the other members of your party.
There
There's-
are 2 other members. We're paying customers. It doesn't
Jeez.
really matter.
But didn't we say 3?
Is it 2 or
3 people,
3?
in fact.
Oh, okay.
3.
So, there's sometimes certain unsavory characters I'm not fond of keeping around my tavern, so I just want to be sure.
Mhm.
Oh boy.
What do you mean by that? Unsavory characters.
Oh my god.
We gotta fight.
Are you new to the city or something? I don't think I've seen you all around
Actually,
before.
I am. You know? Just want to be
Tell.
on the lookout, apparently.
Listen, it's just that having certain people in my tavern might bring down my reputation, and I'm not really looking for that. So yeah, I'm just wondering and wanting to be sure that if you have any drow within your party, I
And there it is.
fine.
And
Oh my god. You see Ivari bristle up in rage.
He
Mhm.
just buries his hand in his face. Like, god damn it.
So what's wrong with drow? I mean, besides your very outdated views of them.
Outdated. I think you are sorely mistaken. You see, they are a problem for the Dark
Mhm.
War. They cause all sorts of problems in the fishing district. But really, I think it's best that you all just go.
Happy's already ready to head out of the door. He's half
Yeah.
afraid to leave them, like the rest of the party, unattended. Like, okay, I want to
Yeah.
leave, but if I turn around for 5 seconds, Taffy just kind of
Ivari's just glaring at this half elf.
leans forward and is like, all right, listen, we don't want to start up anything yet. We've got a lot of unsavory people to go and track down, so we'll find somewhere else. It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yulia will say, kind of loudly, mostly to Yavari, but loud enough that this person can hear. Oh, I'm sure the other tavern will be a bit more accommodating, and I'm sure when I get on stage to sing of our tales, I will have a few interesting details to put in.
Mm-hmm. Yavari's not really convinced, but she doesn't want to start anything, so she's like, whatever. Fine, and storms out of the tavern.
Yeah,
Marion.
likewise, Arca's heading out.
Dragonstone, more like Dragon Pebble Brain.
Jesus.
So
Uh,
as they exit, I was like, Taffy's like, all right, so seems like this town has some problems, and as much as I would like to solve all these problems, we're gonna be hunting down thieves and assassins, and the last thing we want to do is have someone who's incentivized to report our locations to said thieves and assassins. Right now, they don't know we're here. At least I hope they don't. So we probably don't want to make anyone too mad. Now, once we get Sturkin, it's no holds bar. We can do whatever we want. But until then, I don't want to be stabbed in my sleep.
Yavari just takes a big sigh. She goes, You're right. I'll chill out.
Taffy, then could you just... So there's another tavern in town somewhere?
and Renarian will speak up and say, yes, there are quite a few, and I know there's one beyond the city walls, but I don't know if I trust that one. We may have the best luck at one just down the road, just past the temple. I believe it's called the Rusty Scale.
The second he hears like the words rust and scale like right next to each other, like the fur on the back of his neck bristles up, and he's like, "No, that's all right. It's just the name of a tavern. It's fine." Like, okay, all right, that'll probably do.
Very well. I can see us over there then, if you'd like.
He looks to the rest of the party.
That sounds fine to me.
May as well hit it up.
Indeed.
Right, very well. And Runarian will take the lead of the party as he takes you guys kind of a little around the way. So you kind of like go around this way and down the road. You pass by a smithy on one hand where you can hear like hammers forging away at some new weapons and kind of the heat of the fires even coming out into the road. You pass by what appears to be another tavern, as you hear a lot of people laughing and talking from within. But as you pass by, there's a human currently being thrown out by what looks like some sort of half-giant. But yeah, you make your way down a little further to a little place, and almost in the fishing district, and Runarian will gesture for you guys to head on inside. Inside, it's a little smaller in here, a little more compact, not quite as open and luxurious as the Dragonstone was. Everything looks fairly run down. And at the desk, you see there's a Triton currently sitting. He's leaning back in the chair, arms folded over his chest, and his eyes are closed, and you're not sure if he's awake or asleep at the moment.
Taffy just kind of clears his throat, loudly, just to make sure.
Give me 1 second.
Gotcha.
I was about to ask, should we check his pulse?
Is he dead? Does anyone actually stay at the rest? Everyone just walks in and just grabs a room? Like,
You've already bodies him in his chair.
Taffy, take out that pocket mirror and put it under his nose. If it fogs up, he's alive.
I'm gonna wake up and be like, why is there a can in my face? What is this?
About it.
Don't worry about it.
Yes, as you clear your throat, you see him, he kind of gives a snort and shakes his head and opens his eyes, and he's like, hi, welcome. He sits up properly in his chair, kind of like rubs at his eyes a little bit. Sorry about that. What can I do for you guys?
It's all you guys.
We're just looking to secure some rooms for the next couple of days.
How many rooms you looking for? A little tight on space right now.
Ideally, maybe 3. Well, we could probably settle for 2.
To be honest, right now I've got no rooms open. I'm waiting for a couple people to leave, but it's been difficult. If you want to maybe check back later, I'll see if someone checks out later in the day.
Difficult how? Like, they're not giving you any trouble, are they?
Not really. Just I've got a couple noise complaints from a few people, or someone saying oh, how dare you invite a filthy ash skin into your tavern? And I'm just,
Oh no.
I don't particularly care, but yeah. So check back with me later. I can let you guys know.
Well, we might be able to work something out. We help you with your tenant problems, and maybe we get a discount on a few rooms.
I'd say yes, but I don't think they're in their room right now. Off in the town doing something. But I might take you up on that offer later, but I don't know where they'd even be.
Fair enough.
Let you help.
What do they look like?
We'll hunt them down.
Any descriptors will help.
There's two of them. One of them's they're both human, I think, even though the guy's pretty big. It's like a woman with him, a little short, curly black hair. Guy's pretty tall, pretty muscular, probably about twice the size of your Apocrypha friend over here. Short hair, kind of mean looking in the face.
Okay.
Yeah, you see him. Just don't mention me. I don't want to get in trouble.
Fair enough. In fact, let's just for the time being, let's not exchange names until the issue's been resolved.
Probably for the best. Sorry, I can't be of more help.
That's quite all right. Kind of glances to the party about, what's the next move?
I suppose, continuing the tour, get a lay of the area.
I agree.
Yeah, sounds like the best move.
Yeah, get a mental map of where everything is.
All right, excellent. So yeah, you guys head out of the Rusty Scale, back into the street. Which direction would you like to go? Would you like to head down towards the docks?
Why not?
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that.
All right. So you all kind of make your way down the road. And as you get further away from the temple, now that you're on this side of the city, it's very clear that this is the part of town that is not very well taken care of. There's a lot of, even on the main road, there are some very rundown, grimy looking buildings. There's a lot of overgrowth as you see the road. There's really no road at this point. It turns into grass and mud and dirt. You notice as you head further down, there are a lot of drow in this side of the city. A lot of them not doing great. You see a couple people sitting off to the side. Everyone kind of gives you very wary glances, especially towards Runarian. As you can tell, there's a lot of people just in very much need of, help between food and housing of some sort. Yeah, down on the main road, there's mostly stalls selling like fresh fish and that, and other exports being brought in off the pier. There's kind of like a couple other random buildings, but you don't really see a whole lot this way. It seems like more housing, and just a couple of little shops and such, at least for the main road here.
Okay.
Yeah, you're welcome to go wherever.
This would be a good place for Sturkin to hide if he was going to hide somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I feel like this would be too obvious.
Runarian will speak up and say, well, you never know. Oh, you know, always the old saying, hide in plain sight.
It's true.
But, you know, it might be good, though, to go catch up with the other few, because, you know, Imran did say he has information.
Fair enough.
That is
Yeah.
true.
They want to try and ask him.
It may be better than wandering blind.
Yes.
I'm just
That's a good point.
Just taking in the different sections of the city.
Mm-hmm.
He's like making notes in his little notebook with his piece of charcoal.
Good job, Taffy.
Good job, Taffy. It's like I might need to run
Proud
around
of
over
him.
here and get shanked in an alley, so you never know.
All right. Well, I'm not sure where they wandered off to. I know they said, I believe, going to the temple. So we can try and start there to look for them.
Sounds like a good idea.
Fair enough. Someone may have seen which way they went after that, at least.
Very true. Very true. And if there's no objections, then you guys will head back for the temple. Going back up the way you came.
You
Oh baby.
All right, excellent. So as you guys head back to the temple, we're going to switch over to our other little troop here on the other side of the city. So Narcellus and Tove, with Imran in tow, you guys are heading over for the nobles' quarter.
Fun.
And, what are you guys doing? Are you walking right on up there? Or?
At the moment, I will say that Nershellus has his journal out. He's kind of looking through everything he's written, like some unkind notes. I've had his little journal in my hand. Some unkind notes about Minister Yakan. A little doodle that I think is someone stabbing a queen. The question Sturken on the docks. That's the trade rendezvous point, Imran says. Easy enough to try and get written permission. Some little notes about Zres and Adira from when he saw them and they stole all of his money.
Mm-hmm.
And then the statement, something about this whole city still feels so off. So he's going to kind of look at Tove as they go along, just kind of dawdling. I mean, it's an awkward, long, quiet walk toward the nobles' quarter, and he'll just kind of like glance toward Imran, and I think he'll be like, "So the rendezvous point we're looking for, you're absolutely sure that it's on the pier?"
Yeah, it's yeah, it's like this little shack, like right at the end of the pier. Really, like, unassuming little thing.
Great. Okay, well, I don't think, as I said a few minutes ago, that you or I going out there and starting to rummage through a bunch of barrels is going to go well. So, let's do the old get written permission thing again, you know? That way we just... I don't want to go back to prison.
Yeah, I don't blame you. You know, you guys, though, can have fun going in there. I think I would get shot on the other side of that gate.
You coward!
I am, yes.
I am kids.
God, no wonder you left the Underdark. You got
Weirdo.
murdered.
You wound me.
You wound.
Am I wrong?
You wound me, sir.
You piece of shit!
Hey!
Whatever. And sort of walking forward, he'll mainly just grab if she'll let him grab Tove by the wrist and
As
sort
she
of
will.
walk much faster, walking fast, faces past, going up toward the gate. And will he just be able to walk inside?
So as you guys approach the gate, kind of a couple things you notice as you're approaching is that, this area of the city is very nice. It's very well kept. Everything is nice and neat. Nothing's like super overgrown. There's even like a little market square just outside the gate, where there's lots of stalls selling all sorts of a variety of goods. As you walk by, of the many people milling about, quite a few kind of give you very uncertain glances.
I wonder why.
But, no one will stop you as you head up to the gate, up until you get to the gate where one of the guards will put out their halberd to stop you from entering.
Narcellus will just kind of blink, raise his eyebrows, and just go, "Hello, sir."
And the guard standing there is dressed in like the gold and red regalia of Valgard. And he kind of just looks at you for a long moment. He's probably only like a couple inches taller than Narcellus. And he says, "Oh, what business do you have here in the Noble's Quarter?"
Kind of glancing at Tove for a moment, he'll incline his head to see if she wants to talk or if he should.
Tove will shall us handle this one.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh, no.
Well, he will just sort of tilt his head very slightly to the side and say, "We're attempting to get into the Noble's Quarter. If you can't tell, I have some business with one of the nobles."
Tove's gonna nod in agreement.
Oh my god.
Okay, which noble would that be? There's many of them.
Oh boy. Would you believe I'm actually looking for General Faldvin? I forgot his last name.
And the guard laughs, and even the other one sitting on the other side of the gate also laughs with him. He'll say, "As if General Faldvin would want an audience with you."
Oh, you wound me, Mr. Soldier, sir. But it is unfortunately very... He just kind of pauses it and he's like, I didn't say I wanted an audience. I'm actually a staff member, and I seem to have misplaced my insignia.
Yet you mentioned business when you first walked up to the gate.
Well, yes, that is the thing that servants do. They carry out that guy's business.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry,
Oh my-
I'm going to need some sort of proof to let you in.
Why don't you just go ask him?
He'll look to the other guard over on the other side of the gate, and she will just like shake her head at him and say, "Do we really have to? This is such a waste of time."
And kind of looking back at Tove, he just sort of gives this exasperated sigh. He's like, "Okay, guys, look, we can do this the easy way
Oh no.
or the hard way."
Oh my
Oh no!
And
Well, now they won't let you in.
so, I need to get in to speak to General Faldvin. I've had the worst fucking day. Please let me in.
Or go to jail, says Narcellus.
Uh, The female guard will speak up this time as she says, "Yeah, nice try, little half-breed. Better luck next time."
Oh my god!
Gonna get thrown
just-
at it.
Just looking at Tove after a minute. You see he's just sort of like very pleasantly smiling. He's like, okay.
Okay.
Tove, would you mind coming with me?
Sure. And Tove followed Archelaus.
And look, I'm Stando. You'll have to drag her over here. Just like giving a very pleasant little wave to the guards. And he's like, I was gonna let it go. I was prepared to be nice to these people. But you know what? Diplomacy has thrown itself out the window. So, Tove, I'm going to do something. I need you. And he takes her bare hand in between his and just sort of holds it for a minute and holds her eye contact. And he says, I need you to do something for me, okay?
Okay.
Hold me back.
I'm going to do something. And
Oh.
then after I do this, I need you to run into the nobles' quarter as
Okay.
quickly as you can and go find General Falcon. And if I happen to still be alive, come get me.
Oh
Tove's just
my.
Tove nods and she says, "All right, I
Trust
can do
me,
that.
right?
Yeah, totally, totally trust you.
Learning to trust each
Absolutely.
other. Okay.
Yeah, learning to trust each other. Right.
Out of curiosity,
This is a trust
right over
moment.
here, like,
Huh?
what do any of these stalls have for sale?
So there's one that's probably selling like a lot of fresh food, fruit and vegetables. There's another that's selling mostly seafood. Like there's a whole thing of like fresh crab and like live crab, I should say. And, like a few live fish. Probably another stall selling like some random trinkets and some like maybe clothing or something of the sort.
Like heavy trinkets, like any particularly heavy. How big are the crabs?
The crabs are pretty well sized. Like they are. I'm not very good with crab sizes. They're probably around the same as like king crabs. I think they're fairly big.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh boy.
Can I
Oh,
approach
no.
this stall with the large king crabs?
Yeah. As you approach, you see it is run by two halfling. And as you come by, one of the halflings, a male, just kind of looks up at you a little curiously. Says, "Hi, what can I do for you?"
And Marcellus will give this halfling the most charming smile that he can. And sort of placing his hands behind his back will say, Hi, I was actually just wondering, about how many crabs here do you have for sale? About how much how much you asking? The live ones.
Right. Yeah, I think I got about a dozen or so left. Usually sell them about half a dozen for a gold piece.
And if I were to offer you, say, just in this climate, in this economy, about 5 gold pieces for all of them, how would that sound?
I would say that sounds like a fairly good bargain to me.
That's excellent. And sort of rummaging around in his wallet, he'll produce the 5 pieces and he'll ask, can you put them all in a bag for me?
Yeah, I might have something around here, and he'll like take the gold from you. Kind of like takes a moment to like check that they're all real, that they don't like bend or break. Satisfied, he'll pocket it. Move off to the side, grabs like probably a big like linen kind of bag, like something made out of cloth, and he will reach into this little pool they had set up and quickly pull out all the crabs. And then has to probably half drag it over to you at this point because this bag is probably about as large as he is. He will place it down before you and say,
Single biggest sale he's
Yeah.
ever made.
Yeah, there you are, sir. 12 crabs.
Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Yeah.
He will sort of heft it up over his arm, because I imagine they're quite heavy. And looking toward Tove, for a minute he considers, should I get my sabers out of the bag holder? But then he decides not to. He knows he can cast if he needs to, and giving Tove that sort of like little finger wave, sort of like he's wiggling his fingers at her, just walks right back up to the gate. He's gonna go, excuse me, sir, I forgot something.
The guard will, like, look at you. You can hear him sigh. He says, yes, what is it?
And, he's going to draw back the bag as far as he can
Oh my god.
and just slap the ever-living shit out of this man with it.
Oh no.
Lord.
You just roll it. Oh god. Oh, that's so fucking funny. I just wanted to hit. I don't even care.
I just wanted to hit.
So you swing back, and for a moment he looks a little confused. Like, what is he doing? And next thing you know, you swing that bag of crabs around and like smack him so hard in the face he nearly spins. And immediately the other card is like, you little brat! And she will like start making for him.
Can he dump all of the crabs on the ground?
Dump all the crabs on the ground.
He's going to upend the bag of crabs just over the ground and book it.
We're running.
love
We're
it.
running through that gate. We're running through that door.
He is going this direction.
Let's say which. Oh, he's going that way.
Uh-oh.
We need to be a low profile, we said.
You almost put Tove down. So you dump the crabs on the ground and you run. And as the guard tries to make her way over, I'm just kind of quick. As she tries to run towards you, she immediately steps on one of the crabs and falls over, losing her balance. The other guard's still like spinning from where you had hit him, and he like looks around like, oh, where the hell did that kid go? Not even like noticing the direction you fucking ran off in. Then after a moment, she'll grab him and haul him to his feet and be like, come on, this way! And then they will both go running after you, leaving the gate completely unguarded.
Oh boy.
Oh, great.
Can't
Well-
believe that actually worked.
Your turn to shine. Your time to shine, Tove. Let's go.
Tove is going through that gate. She is
Mm-hmm.
she is making her way downtown and inside the noble quarters, where she's going to look
Excellent.
around and probably be very confused.
Excellent. So as you run immediately inside, no one now here to stop you. You make your way into the noble's quarter, and on the other side of the gate now you are greeted with what opens into like a large, very large area that is centered on a red dragon statue, which you know, being the religious one that you are, you will recognize it as Bahamut, usually the Dragonborn's god of choice. There's a large clock tower coming out of the dragon's back that has its wings kind of framed on either side of it. There's a lot of large, elegant buildings here, and there's not quite as many people roaming the streets. It's definitely a little more quiet, this area of the city. You do see off to the side, there's a couple of Dragonborn. Kind of drop them over here. So you will see there's a red Dragonborn speaking with a golden one, and behind the golden dragonborn, you see there are 2 orcs standing with him. This one. You'll see there's 2 orcs kind of standing behind him, holding what appears to be a lounge chair. You're not sure what that's all about, but they're just standing there quietly as the Dragonborn are engaged in conversation at the moment.
All right. Can Tove, see anything past like the kind of clock tower and the couple of buildings that are around it, or like anything?
You see there is like an opening on the other side of the clock tower that leads down to another road. And you can see in the distance, even from your view, there is a large manor kind of sitting along the edge of the wall. And the road probably continues down, but you just can't quite see that far.
Okay. Tove has no idea where she is.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she's gonna go ahead and walk up to the orcs and
Oh God.
And she's just, going to sort of, she just ran through the gate, so she's a little winded, but she's gonna walk over to them and just sort of, do her best, like, polite, smile, and say, what time of day is it?
What type of what?
What time in the day is it?
Good question. It's probably like midday.
Okay.
Not quite noon, but around like the middle of the day.
Okay, great. She's gonna say, good afternoon, gentlemen. I was just wondering if you happened to know the way to General Baldwin's home.
And the 2 orcs will look at you, and the 2 Dragonborn pay you absolutely no notice at this moment. They're engaged in conversation, something about taxes or something you don't quite hear. But there's one orc dressed in kind of a simple blue tunic, and he'll say, "General Baldwin, you say? Yes, I believe he lives just down the road. He lives in a rather elegant-looking house with a green roof. It's really quite hard to miss."
And Tobe will just sort of nod and smile and say, "Oh, I thank you so much for letting me know where he is. I got a little turned around in the city, and I wasn't exactly sure where his home was going to be. But thank you so much for your help."
Of course, not a problem at all. Be all right getting over there. I mean, sure Lord Fleming here wouldn't mind escorting you if need be. He's faint of heart most days.
Oh, and Tobe will kind of, wave a hand and say, no, it's quite all right. But is that why you're carrying around that thing there?
Oh yes, this is the Lord's fainting chair, as he likes to call it. He has a rather weak heart and is very prone to fainting or dizzy spells. And almost as soon as he says that, you hear one of the Dragonborn suddenly exclaim, "Oh goodness!" And you see the Golden Dragonborn stagger backwards. And the 2 orcs move forward as he falls back in the chair, being completely dramatic as he leans back with like one hand to his forehead. He's like, "Oh, good Duke, you do wound me so. Oh, I can't believe I just heard those words come out of your mouth."
I am.
And at this,
People have so much time on their hands.
At this, Tove will just sort of watch the situation unfold, and just with a small smile look to the orcs who are kind of now like helping this dragonborn and just give a little, thumbs up. And she's gonna head off,
I'm out of here.
down this way to go find General Falvin.
The red dragonborn kind of looks after you with a weird look, but he doesn't stop you as you head on down the road. And sure enough, you walk past a rather large manor with like a brown roof and like this big, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Elegant fountain out in its courtyard. And just a little ways down the road, you see another house that does not fit in with the architecture of the area. Whereas a lot of things are kind of like very square, very pointed, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost kind of like blocks almost. This one is very elegant. It has a lot of curves to it. Even on the outside, you don't see any sort of really sharp points to it. And it's very colorful, Oh, goodbye, chat bubble.
Goodbye, chat bubble.
The house really wanted to talk.
Apparently.
No, I just wanted to ask.
Yeah.
You just couldn't change it to the one that didn't have trees on the houses, could you?
I was going to, and then Anna mentioned earlier something about trees on houses, and I was like, you know what I'm gonna But you come up to this house with this green roof. It has a lot of just garden work all over the place. It's very well kept, very neat, and it just kind of goes back to the wall. Do you approach the house? Or?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would assume it would be like very clear that this is probably General Baldwin's house.
Yeah, I mean, the orc did say, you're looking for one with a green roof. This is the only house with a green roof. Yeah, it's the only one with a green roof you see, so...
Okay, so Tove is gonna head up to the door and just quickly sort of knock on it, see if anybody's home.
Alright, and you walk up to the door, unguarded, so it seems, and you knock. And after a brief moment, the door opens, and you don't think anyone's there until you look down. And you're greeted by a halfling.
Look at that guy.
He's wearing a simple kind of light green shirt and pants. He's got a much more elegant looking green coat over it. And he looks up at you kind of like with an odd look as he tilts his head to one side as he says, I was not aware General Faldvin was expecting visitors today. Can I help you with something, my dear?
Oh, yes. My name is Tove. I'm a friend of Runarian's. And my friends and I have been traveling with the General from Eastoff. I'm sure you're aware that he's just come back from there. And I was wondering if I would be able to speak with him.
Yes. Very good. All right, give me just a minute or two. He was in the middle of something, but let me see if I can fetch him for you. What did you say your name was?
Oh, Tove. Tove Bauer.
Oh, all right. Very good. Give me just a moment if you'd like to perhaps come inside. I can allow you to have a seat.
Oh, and Tove will just sort of look around a little bit. She's thinking about the fact that Narcellis is God knows where, running around with guards chasing him. And she just sort of shakes her head and says, if it's all right, I'd rather wait outside. It's a little bit of an urgent matter.
Very well. I shall go let the General know. Give me just a minute. And he'll just shut the door and vanish back into the house, leaving you outside to wait. Meanwhile, just outside the Noble's Quarter. So Narcellis, after you take off from the guards, where are you going?
Well, his plan was to go this way, so we didn't have to go back around the market stalls.
Okay.
And I imagine he's going to probably immediately hide, like, on the other side of this little outcropping on this house.
Which one are you looking at? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, okay. So yeah, you run down the street, a couple people give you some weird looks, like, where the hell is that guy going? And you go and duck around the house. And kind of, probably, I'm assuming, duck down to hide behind.
Just sort of like presses himself against the house, like partially behind whatever's there.
Okay. So you do that, and after a moment, you hear two pairs of footsteps running down the road as the guards have come chasing after you. You know, they're male, like, making all sorts of noise as they run.
Mm-hmm.
And they stop a few people and ask, have you seen a half-drow run through? Or, did you see this little half-breed run around over here? And the couple people they asked say, no, we didn't see anything. There's someone else they asked, says, I think he ran over that way, and you can't see what way they're pointing at. But they say, thank you. And you hear the pair of footsteps vanish. They kind of go off in the other direction. Both of them.
Okay. So he's gonna wait a minute, and then very carefully make his way, kind of poking his head out, like right here, just to kind of see. Does he see anything?
That direction. So you see briefly the two guards kind of vanishing into the crowd over here.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of wandering over that way. Otherwise, like, there's really nothing else of note.
Okay, can Narshella see this?
Yeah,
Is
just
it
like
guarded?
No, it just looks like a normal little walkway.
Okay, he's going to very quickly run and get himself on this walkway.
Okay.
And he's going to go across the bridge, hopefully not get shot at. And rather than going down the walkway, I would like him to kind of skirt this way along the roof itself and just kind of peer over the edge.
Okay. Roll a stealth check for me. If you're trying to be stealthy.
I am.
Not. Yeah. Oh boy. Natural one. So you make your way down the roof, or across the roof, I guess I should say, and you peer over. As you know, this is around the spot where you left Imran.
Yep.
And you look down.
He's gonna get arrested.
And you see a couple of the two guards are kind of milling about that spot, but you don't see Imran anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it seems he has vanished, as far as you can tell. As for the two guards, however, they kind of look around, and then one of them looks up at you and says, "There's the little brat!" And they start making for the walkway.
Yakety sax chase music the entire time.
Okay. I don't.
Zip that zoom out of there.
So are they going Are they going this way, or are they coming this way?
They're coming from that way.
The top?
Yes.
Okay, he's going to run back onto the walkway and start making his way down.
Okay. Yep, so you make your way on down, running as fast as you possibly can down the stairs without tripping over your feet.
Yep.
And then, where are you going?
That's a good question.
You can either...
Honestly...
I'll say you can run for the Nobles' Quarter, you can go further into the city.
Is that gate still unguarded?
Yes.
Then yes, he's going to make a fucking break for it.
Alright. Cool. Make a... I feel like I need something. Make a dexterity check for me. Just a regular old like.
Oh,
Hi guys.
that one.
Get away.
Bye, guys.
Go to jail.
It's fine.
Oh god.
It's okay. I was prepared.
Oh no.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
You had a backup character. Right?
All right. So as you make a break for the gate, you are running as fast as you can, but you're not sure if you trip over something in the floor or trip over your own feet as you suddenly find yourself falling to the ground. And before you have a chance to get back up, actually here, I will actually roll for them as well. Before you have a chance to get back up on your feet, you feel like a pair of hands kind of grab your shoulders. They haul you back up, and you hear the guy say, "All right, Brat, you're coming with us."
Or crimes against crabs.
Okay,
Very
points
quickly.
of emotional damage.
Can he cast a cantrip very quickly?
Which cantrip?
Message.
Would you mind linking it in chat?
Yes. Yes, I would mind that. Here you go. Did that work?
Yes.
Yeah.
Verbal, semantic, and material components.
But I have a
Okay.
focus.
Okay.
Okay. What, who are you sending it to?
Tove!
Oh! Oh boy.
Yep. It is less than 120 feet.
Mhm. Oh!
Um,
I wouldn't say that this town is only 300 feet wide.
oh, that's true.
I mean,
Damn.
you can send something to Imran, because he's probably
You know
the
what?
only one close
You know
enough.
what? Imran works. Imran's
Okay.
great.
Mhm. Okay, so you're not sure entirely where they are, but you probably kind of look back in the direction where he was.
Mhm.
And what message do you send him?
I tried to save you, and you better get me the fuck out, you little bitch.
Oh god. You send that off as the guards are taking you down the road, back kind of in the direction you would run towards a large kind of fort-looking thing at the end of the road.
Oh, boy.
And you just hear a whisper back saying, "I'll try my best." Right. That happened. Amazing. Meanwhile, across the city,
Oh my god.
other side of the city, here's throwing Narcellus over there. Our other group of party members, our group of 5, you guys have made your way back to the temple. And here you can see there's a lot of people outside the temple, offering worship to their gods in their way. And the way people pray is you see a lot of them are standing around the walls of the temple on the outside, either with their hands pressed against them or like even leaning their forehead against the walls, eyes closed, either saying silent prayers or like whispering under their breath. And, the doors are open if anyone wants to go inside. So yeah, otherwise, whatever you guys would like to do.
Well, I guess Arca would not want to interrupt people in prayer. Well, I guess I'm not sure if he'd know they're in prayer, but I guess he'd be able to infer, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone around there is in prayer, or?
Not quite everyone. You see, there's some people milling about, probably having little quiet conversations with themselves. There's even a stall set up near one of the entrances to the temple, where you see they're selling kind of religious items, little votives and things like that a few people are standing around. And then also the doors are open if you want to go inside.
Okay. Well, I guess Arca will look towards the rest of the party and say, I'm not sure who we can talk to see if they've seen the rest of our gang, but I guess let's head in and maybe someone there is maybe they're in there, maybe
maybe the priest of Fiend Sturgeon.
Yeah.
Do you all head inside?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Taffy will follow in. He's also he's looking around, keeping an eye out. He's trying to look to see if well, I guess for one, where the rest of the party is.
Mm-hmm.
And second, I would like to see sort of glance down alleyways, or is there a lot of let's say traffic or congestion, people hiding in between buildings or walking in between buildings, or?
There definitely is on kind of the western side where it gets more into the fishing district, where there are a lot more alleyways and tiny spaces between houses. There's definitely a lot of people milling around over there. And in general, I mean, this place is still very crowded. You still hear bards of all sorts coming off of different streets. Yeah, over here so much there's not a whole lot, as there's a lot more main roads, kind of the other side of the temple, but yeah, definitely on the side you guys came from, there's a lot of traffic.
Okay.
Yeah, otherwise, you all head inside, and inside the temple, don't have anything for it, but it is very decorative, as one would expect a place of worship to probably be. You enter in through the door, and on either side there are large stained glass windows depicting what you all assume to be the gods. Arca, you will notice that it does not appear that Garuda or Ashmedai are featured anywhere in the temple. Just that being that you specifically know about them. Yavari and Yulia, if you guys practice any sort of faith, you'll notice Yaldabasht is also not featured in the temple. You see probably the human gods you guys can pick out. Taffy, you'll recognize Neferu, as she's very popular over in Akhet and Abydos. You see there's an older human-looking guy that has a beard, usually carrying a shepherd's staff that you assume to be Yadalden. There's a winged woman, usually carrying a spear or a sword and shield, that you can assume to be Hrist. There's a number of images of a dragon, which would be Bahamut, and a couple of other deities that I don't remember the names of at the moment. Yeah, you guys walk inside. It's very quiet in here. You can hear like faint piano music playing from some unseen spot in the temple. And more towards the inner area of it, you see that there is a man standing with a couple of people. He's dressed in black robes. Oh god, wait, I need my description of this guy. Hold on. I have it here somewhere.
All good.
Yeah, he's looks to be an older gentleman, maybe in his 50s. He's got hair that's like slicked back and with a little mustache on his face. He's saying something quietly to the few people in front of him as they like bow their heads to him before wandering away. And he happens to catch all of you guys coming into the temple, and there's kind of like an intrigued look on his face as he can't help but approach. Uh-oh. And he'll offer a very polite smile as he says, "Welcome to the Temple of Seven. Is there anything I can help you all with?"
Oh, hello? We were mostly dropping by to look for someone, but thank you for your warm welcome.
Of course, it warms my heart when I see new faces in the temple and old ones, as he looks to Runarian, and Runarian kind of looks a little embarrassed as he gives a small smile and says, "It's very nice to see you as well, Minister." And the man will nod and then address the rest of the party as he says, "I am Minister Yakan, and I'm very well known with your paladin friend here. But who exactly are you all looking for?"
Here we go.
Yafari has nothing nice to say. It really does. She's like, I'm in church. I'm in church.
Uh-huh.
Can Yuli like kick their foot back towards Renari? Not like a hard kick, just like a gentle like. Probably take this one.
Trying to nudge him, like to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of like nudge him a little bit with your foot, and he looks at you odd for a moment before he realizes, oh, okay. He says, well, we have a couple of friends we're looking for, Minister. One of them is a human woman, about yay tall. She has blonde hair, wearing mostly green. She should be with a half-elf. A younger boy, probably a little taller than she is, with red hair. And the minister will kind of narrow his eyes a little bit, but he's still got that very polite smile on his face as he says, "Oh, I speak of Miss Bauer. She was in here earlier with some questionable company."
There it is.
Renarian's like, "Yes,
Selective
Minister.
glares at this man.
Yes, Minister. That would be who we're looking for. Do you happen to know where they went?" And Minister will give a small shrug of his shoulders as he says, "Well, I believe they said something about going to the fishing district, although I think I might have spied them going the other direction a little while ago." And I will say, towards the Noble's Quarter, perhaps?
I was gonna raise an eyebrow like, wait.
Minister Khan's like, I can't imagine why, but seemed like it. Renarian says, well, thank you, Minister. You have been most helpful. Ilthrin bless you. And he'll quickly, motion for everyone to leave.
Taffy's already is also helping with the. All right, let's go. We gotta go. Let's gotta go. Let's go to the temple.
And as you all come back out into the road, Runarian will just give a sigh as he says, all right, oh man, it always makes me uncomfortable. Well, let's head towards the Noble's Quarter. I'm not sure why they'd be heading in that direction. But maybe we can find some answers if we head over that way.
Taffy's starting to look a little sweaty. Oh.
What are you so nervous about? We're just taking a little walk around the town.
It's no, it's typically wouldn't mind so much, but it is Narcellus walking towards the Noble District without Ari. I'm sure it's fine.
Thank you, Ted.
You do, but it's probably fine. Besides, you all have me. So if we need to get inside, it won't be a problem. So if no one has any objections, he will lead you guys down the road towards the Noble's Quarter. Drag Taffy over here.
So, by the way,
Yes.
I guess would this building right here, does it have any symbology on it?
Yeah, so as you guys are approaching the incline that would lead you up to the gate of the Noble's Quarter, you do pass by this little building, and it seems a little unassuming at first, but Taffy, you'll recognize that there's just a little sign on the side of the door that it's looks like it's kind of a magic rune symbol over the silhouette of a very short facade, kind of the build that you might expect of a halfling or maybe a gnome. Has no name on it, just the symbol, but it is one you would recognize.
Yeah. So yeah, as you know, Taffy's getting nervous as they get close to the Noble District, but as they're walking over there, he does a double take to his left, and he sees this building, and the fur prickles up, and he just gets this angry, furrowed brow. He's like, those bastards! They got a guild house here before we did. Assholes.
Yulia turns around and that's like, hello?
Damn, what you got a good gnome? What did gnomes ever do to you?
Taffy says, sorry. He kind of tries to recompose himself. That's the guild house to Gnomeland Security. There are competitors, unscrupulous competitors. I don't know. I don't particularly agree with their business practices, but man, they keep cutting out our guild at every turn. I hate those guys. They're jerks.
You
know what? Fuck those guys. Throws up middle fingers at the building.
Oh no.
I don't know. Maybe I'm sure that the employees are nice and everything, but I don't know. They overcharge. I don't know. I don't know. I've heard things about the quality of their security features. Just don't get it though. They keep beating us out every turn at every business opportunity. I'm just complaining. Sorry, it's personal. It's a personal thing.
We could always hypothetically, legally, as in a joke way, burn the building down.
I love you, Vari.
Oh my god!
This is why Narcellus likes her.
Taffy starts getting sweaty again. He's like, yeah, let's not do that. At least not until you know what? let's just wait until we're about ready to leave town. Then you know what? I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see anything. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, fuck this racist town, to be honest. Yuvari's not feeling this town at all.
I am sorry, Mira. I'm sorry, Miyagi. We're about to run this place to the ground.
Yeah. Oh boy. So you guys continue a little past the house or the building. And as you're about to enter the little market, you hear a voice from off to the side say, "Hey, wait!" And you'll see, kind of motioning to you guys from the shadows, is Imran.
Oh no, why is he alone?
I don't like this.
He's kind of like motioning for you guys to come over.
Taffy just sinks. He just sinks. His shoulders slump, and he's like, "Oh no."
Oh no.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure there's a good explanation for all of this. I really hope so.
Wait. Where's the other one?
Where's the other one? Where's Tom?
Where's the kid? Where's the kid? Oh god.
And as you all approach, Imran is looking a little panicked and is kind of struggling to find the right words as his common is not great. And he says, Narcellus hit guard with crabs.
You see Barney's face just light up in a big spot. Like, yeah, stick it to the man.
Julia just looks perplexed, like trying to visualize how this was done.
It's like, what? Crabs?
And it's just ridiculous the more they think on it.
He's in jail, isn't he? He's in jail.
Yeah. Yes, Tove inside Noble's area.
Well, this is a mess.
We've been
we
here
leave
for
them
less than
alone
a few
for-
hours.
How long ago did we split? And already someone's in jail.
Not even
Yeah.
one day.
Right? Not even the whole day.
I mean, at least it's not all of us, so our odds are looking pretty okay, I guess.
And Runarian will speak up and say, well, do you know where they took him? And Imran will point down the street to what you see is like a large kind of fortified building at the end of the road. Runarian just sighs. He's like, oh. He'll turn to the party. Well, we can try to go over, see if we can maybe smooth things out. I am General Faldvin's son. Or perhaps it might be better to go see my father. He would probably be able to help us get Narcellus out of this situation.
Yeah, your father's probably our best bet.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Let's do it quickly before Narcellus burns down the building or something.
A wise idea, I do believe.
Wise idea.
I gotta go congratulate the kid. Let's go get her. Let's go get him.
Hell yeah.
Runarian will just look to Imran and say, just stay here for right now. And Imran will just like nod and kind of like slink back into the corner as Runarian will take you guys up to the gate, which is now guarded once more. And as he walks up, he'll give the guards a nice wave and a smile and says, these are all my friends. We're just coming in for a visit. We need to speak to my father, General Faldvin, about a few things. And the guards just nod and will gladly let you guys inside. So yeah, you head on in. These guys probably aren't here anymore. You guys head inside the Noble's Quarter, and of course you are greeted by the large Bahamut clock tower statue looming before you in the center of this area. There are buildings on either side. Nobles looking about. Runarian smiles and waves to a few of them that he recognizes. But he'll turn to all of you and say, "All right, my father's our estate is at the end of the road. So let's go on ahead. He'll lead you guys down there unless you have any objections."
No objections. Let's
Oh,
run there.
Yeah, it's just we gotta go, man. We don't know how long
Yeah,
that
we're
building's
gonna-
gonna stay there.
Oh boy. All right. So as you guys are working on getting into the nobles' quarter, we'll go back to Tove right now. Before your friends have caught up to you. So Tove, you probably were waiting outside for a few minutes before the door opens again, and standing there now instead of the halfling is General Faldvin, who's dressed now in, he's not in his armor anymore. He's got on this very nice green tunic that's embroidered with gold leaf. He looks, a little refreshed from your time on the road, and he'll give you a polite nod as he says, I was quite surprised when I heard you had come by. Is something going on?
And Tove, who's still kind of flustered, even though she's just kind of been waiting out here, realizing that once again General Baldwin is gonna have to get somebody out of trouble, sort of just wrings her hands in front of her and said, well, actually, Narcellis and I were on our way here to ask if we could get some sort of writ to go on to the docks in the fishing district. But the guards outside the noble quarters weren't exactly friendly, and, well, Narcellis got himself into a little bit of trouble, and I'm not exactly sure where he is, but it's probably not good.
He'll give a sigh. He says, let's see, is my son not with you? Where's the rest of your party?
Oh, we split up earlier. Narcellis and I went, and Imran went one way, and then the rest of the party went another way, and by the time we got up here to the noble quarters, we still hadn't come across Renarian, so I'm not exactly sure where they are.
I see. He'll kind of stand there for a moment before he will reach down to something at his side and kind of unties a little leather string before he will hand over to you, hold out to you what appears to be a house insignia or kind of house crest. It's made of wood, very simple little thing, fits in the palm of your hand. It is the face of an elf with antlers coming out of their head, surrounded by a laurel of leaves with axes on either side. And he will hold this out to you and he'll say, "This is my house crest. If you present this to any of the guards in the city, they shouldn't give you a problem. Just let them know you are my guests." As for Narcellis, they probably took him to fort. What happened exactly?
I'm sure he was defending himself.
And Taupe sort of taking the token and putting it in her bag of holding just says, "Well, we were trying to just ask them really nicely to let us come in and see you, and then well, obviously that wasn't particularly working with Narcellis being a half drow, and so Narcellis came up with this idea, which I didn't know about until it was happening, where he bought a bunch of crabs, and yeah, crabs, crabs that you can eat that come out of the sea, crabs, from a stall, and they were put in a bag, and then he went back over to one of the guards, and then proceeded to well, how do I put this? He proceeded to hit the guard across the head with the bag of crabs.
Oh my god.
He'll just sigh and like
Taffy
pinch the bridge of his nose.
Taffy sighs in unison and also pinches the bridge of his nose.
He'll just say, "Oh boy, all right. I think I might have enough time to walk over there really quickly before I must meet with Her Majesty. All right, let's go. And he'll kind of gesture for you to follow him as he will start walking down the road. If you will follow,
Of course.
Yes.
okay. And by that time now, they are walking down the road, you guys see the rest of your party walking up to you. You
sorry.
see what? Oh no, you're okay, Renard. I thought it was so funny, anyways. But yeah, you guys managed to catch up to them. Taffy, Yavari, Yulia, Arca, and Renorian. You guys see Tove walking towards you now with General Faldovin. So, would any of you guys like to say anything as you approach?
I see we're using our get out of jail free card again.
Oh god.
Oh my god, you are!
You're right.
You've already finished. Oh,
You
good
already
job,
has
Neil.
nothing but spite.
I was like, well, at least the problem's already been made aware. Sorry, and he just kind of glances at the general with a like, I'm sorry.
Faldovin just sighs. He says, "It's quite all right. I suppose I should have expected something
I
like
should
this."
At this point, it's like, we should have just expected this.
Not that it's Nasha's fault, but I should have known. But yes, let's go. And he'll lead the way with all of you guys in tow. As he takes you back out of the Noble's Quarter and back over to the fort. As you guys are walking, I don't know if there's anything you'd like to say or do in particular.
No, it's just
No.
well, yeah. Taffy's just following. He's like, hey, we need to get this solved as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Yulia's making notes, and I'm trying to think of what rhymes with crabs. Crabs.
Yeah. Tove will be sharing the crab story.
Oh no.
Yulia's just
walk.
writing. They're just like, this will be a very interesting part when I write our saga song. You just conspiracy trying to make rhymes.
I'm sure they probably I'm sure there's crabs still on the ground, right?
Yeah, you probably see, and the party might have noticed it as well. There were just a couple of crabs wandering around in the grass.
Yes, the evidence of the crime, as it were.
Hey, free crab.
Hey, buddy.
Well,
Free
not
crab.
free.
Arthur
Yeah,
just
free crab.
scoops one up and just starts munching
Okay. Can we take one?
on.
Pet or food? You
That's
decide.
dinner. All
Would
right,
you
we
like
could-
to pick up a crab?
Yes, Arca picks the crab. It's back.
You get one crab.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Does the crab have a name, Arca?
No,
Lunch.
dinner.
Oh, yay! Sorry, I asked.
Sorry, I asked.
Hey, birds gotta eat.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
You know? Sashimi.
Yeah.
Is as you guys approach the fort, General Faldovin at the front, probably Runarian close behind him. You enter inside without a problem. In the presence of the general. After all, they're not going to stop him with whoever he has with him. You enter into the courtyard. But I think this is about where we will take a break since we've been going for a little bit. It's about our break time anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we will go ahead and take like a nice little 10-minute break or so everyone can get up, stretch, get some food, do what they gotta do, and we'll get right on back to it.
Excellent.
Nice.
We'll be right back.
Yeah. All right, see you guys in a bit.
That's not the right... I did it again, guys. I did it again. People started accidentally taking off your bandages. This is getting... This dance is getting more and more elaborate. Oh yeah, the data dances are still there. Cat attack. I see. What's wrong with the name dinner? Nothing. Also, hello Alex, thanks for stopping by. Do appreciate. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, it's Lord Fleming made their appearance. Of course. It was glorious. You were talking about taxes, and then it was just too much, and you had to the orc patrol had to come out and catch you. How did he go over? It was perfect. So my character Taffy hasn't talked to him yet. Unfortunately, Tove was in a hurry. Yeah, Tove was briefly introduced, but it was still pretty great. It was hilarious. Like, because Tove looks like a farmer girl, so no one paid her any mind. Good. Yeah, Tove was talking to your orc squad, and then the conversation got abruptly interrupted due to fainting. He's the secret mastermind behind everything. That would be hilarious. It happens. It happens. Oh, okay, I will be right back. I'm gonna go grab some granola. Okay, now I'm back. I'm everywhere all the time. I can speak without even being nearby. Whoa. Speaking of, hold on. I'm gonna check something. Faye Shenanigans, exactly. Which, by the way, welcome to any of the new subscribers. If you're new here, I'm Renard Cross, your friendly Fae Fox guide to the Feywilds. We have a good time here out in Crescendo in the Feywilds. I have... Oh, hey, look. Kitsiri already linked to YouTube. Look at that. But yes, I do have a YouTube and a Twitter and a Discord. If you want to keep up with all my shenanigans, like my schedule and my, you know, videos and series and all the stuff that I do. It's a good time. Well, thumbnails. That's what I'm doing. Thumbnails. You're tired, help. I'll give you as much energy as I can. Treat your dance-related woes. Is chug NyQuil and come out, which, considering it's bad advice, just act like you're on the verge of teetering and passing out. Or they'll let you leave the party. I just realized I'm gonna have to get another one of these little data dances. I need all of the people I want to commission to get off of commissioning. I need their slots to open. Please. You're still at the party. Actually, chug the NyQuil. Keep it where everyone can see. Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Well, if you're not there anymore, then you're good. You're golden. You've escaped. Checking. Yeah. Okay. Set off your ringtone, act like you're listening, then just yell, "She's in the ER," and bolt. Oh, there you go. Perfect. That's my favorite kind of plan right there. Cool. Five Guys burgers and fries. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Party is ready to go. So back into it. Let's see if we can bail Narcellus out. Oh my god. All right. Apocrypha. Oh. Thank you, loading. I do appreciate the follows. Thankies, 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 thankies. Welcome to the Feywilds Explorer.
He has these friends.
We're back.
Hello.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you're here? Yai?
Uh-oh.
Oh. Are we still missing someone?
Yeah.
Rissa!
Yeah. Or yes, Rissa. Or is it Risa?
Rissa.
Rissa.
Rissa. Okay.
Rissa!
No.
They've
I
ascended.
can't believe she's dead.
We need a summoning circle.
Hang on, I got you.
Bust out the summoning circle.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that this wasn't a real thing.
I wish that this wasn't a real thing.
I do not have a picture of Yulia, so I will have to settle for Big Bird.
No, no.
Just the
It
universal.
applies to everybody.
Shaken by that.
Summoning demons. We're summoning our party members, which is like summoning demons.
Yeah!
Yeah, I mean,
It's
at
very
this point,
similar.
pretty much.
It's just the candles look so good.
They really do.
I feel so
Okay.
bad for Taffy.
Listen,
Yeah, Taffy's just having a run of it.
Taffy's either gonna die or he's just gonna retire very early. That's
That's
those are
fine.
his options.
It's fine. He can retire and join their guild, and they can all join. They can all make problems together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
I feel bad because he's the one who's like, "Hey guys, maybe we don't beat people with crabs," and the rest of the party's going, "No, actually, I think he's got a point."
I think he's got a
No,
point.
an eye for an eye,
Listen, there's nothing wrong with crabs. Just if they could be tactically deployed without, indicating us in a crime.
What about crimes?
Well, we have, like, General Falkman.
You know what's not
Well,
illegal in
basically
Drow
fair
culture?
enough.
What?
Something not illegal in Drow culture: beating people with crabs.
Listen, like,
Yeah.
it's just, like,
It's a
Listen,
drow badge of honor.
Sophus doesn't say anything about beating people with crabs, so
Yeah.
A punishment that even Ministry of Khan can get behind.
yeah.
Mhm.
See, I feel like Minister Yukon would get behind getting beaten with crabs.
Specifically, I think it would be Marcellus getting beaten with crabs, but that's beside the point.
But that's
Okay, we're
beside
not-
the point.
Yavari's whole stand on this is, it's okay to choose violence if they're racist.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. So true.
Yeah.
This is why
All right.
This is why crabs are gonna get banned. It's like you are no longer allowed to sell live crabs or dead crabs.
We're not allowed to
Give it
carry.
back to the queen.
You may not carry crabs in bags.
Sealed carry crab permit.
on. So where we left off, the party
Is
has.
Rissa back?
Oh, I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Yeah?
I think I heard.
Yeah.
I thought she said.
Yeah, I've been here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she,
Okay.
okay.
I said hi.
Hi. I guess I don't think Discord picked you up at first.
Oh, that's fine.
Excellent. So yes, the entire party, minus Narcellus, has met back up and has now made their way over to the guardhouse, where you are allowed inside without issue, seeing as you are with the general. And of course, everyone kind of giving him a salute as you pass. And in the courtyard, you can see there's various different things going on. You see quite a few guards like engaged in drills and exercises. There's a few off to the side sparring with one another. And just general things. And Faldvin will kind of look over you guys and he'll say, just
don't cause any more problems.
just stay close and we'll hopefully get this resolved.
Yeah, that's true. Is this recognizable as the Swift Cloak HQ?
So I think this isn't supposed to be the HQ, if I remember, Bela.
Yeah, it's actually the building next to it. I just couldn't put it sideways for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's meant to be one of the other buildings right next to it. So I mean, you'd see that as you pass.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you would notice it, but yeah, you guys head right on into the guardhouse. And Faldvin will lead the way inside, and it's about how you would expect. The entire place is made of stone. Everything's kind of looks a little worn down, this place has been around for quite a long time, but it's still very well maintained. Inside, it's still somewhat bright, as there are a couple of windows right by the front door to allow the light inside. And the guard standing there kind of salutes the general as probably a human, just kind of half dressed in gear. He says, "Oh, General, it's honor for you to be here. What can I help you with?" And General Faldvin will incline his head as he says, "Actually here seeking someone who I believe was just recently brought in." Right, sir. Who might you be looking for? A half-drow. A younger, dark skin, red hair. I believe he's wearing something purple.
Something purple.
Something purple.
Something bottom, something blue.
Guard will say, "Oh, him. Yeah, he's just down the hall. Just follow that weird, clattering noise you keep hearing. You'll find him."
Oh my god.
Alvin tilts his head and he's like, "Oh, right. Thank you." And he'll take you guys down the hallway. You pass by, a couple of open cells, and you can see there's, a variety of people in them. You see one, there's, what appears to be, a half-elf or something, just laying on the ground, staring up at the ceiling. There's another cell that has, a few drow in it who give glares to General Faldvin as he passes. But as you walk down the hall near the end, you come to a set of cell bars where, Nershellus, I will allow you to explain what he's been doing.
As you come upon the scene, the first thing you see is a black circlet with a spider on it, just being dragged back and forth across the bars, making this awful noise, and him going, just murmuring, "It will annoy the hell out of you until you let me out. I will annoy the fuck out of you until you let me out." But he's sitting on the ground, and his forehead is half his temple is pressed against the bars. You can kind of see his braids falling out into the hallway. And as you guys approach, he's going to look up very slowly, and he's going to see Faldvin, and he's going to see the party, and he's just going to go, "We have to stop meeting like this."
Yeah, at this rate, you're gonna be able to make reviews of every single jail across the continent.
A prison passport.
Prison passport.
Nershellus is going to say, "In my defense, I was once again accosted with the word half-breed.
Why didn't you wait for Ari?
Good on
Why didn't
you.
Find us. We could have gotten you in easy.
We could have been up the guard together."
Right.
He just laughs. He's like, Because I shouldn't have to wait for Ari to come get me or rescue me from half of the people in this town. No offense, Ari.
Ari just looks off ashamedly. He's like, "Oh, it's I understand."
I mean, from what I heard, you handled your own. Pretty impressive.
Thank you, Yuvari. Yes, you see, I was armed with but a single bag of crabs, 12 in number, alive. And as I approached the man keeping me out of the noble's quarter, I thought,
Julia furiously taking notes as he's talking.
what would the heroes of my nation do? And so I drew back the bag of live crabs, and the sound they made as they rippled across his skin and helmet will stay with me for the rest of my life. As I spilled them across the floor and watched them all step on their slippery shells and fall back on their asses, I do not regret a thing.
This is so inspiring.
Baldwin will... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, he will say very quickly after a moment, grabbing onto one of the bars and looking directly at Baldwin, I absolutely regret everything that I've done.
I'm sure. So let me get this straight. So, approach the noble's quarter. A god called you a half-breed, I'm assuming. That's what you seem to imply. And then you decided to hit him a bag of crabs.
12 crabs, yes.
You have to be very specific here.
But, Jen, you'll point a finger at him. I didn't use anima, and I think I deserve some credit here.
You didn't. Let me go see what I can do. You all can wait here. And he's gonna go walk back towards the front of the guardhouse to probably find a warden or whoever to go talk to as he leaves you guys alone with Narcellis for right now to chat, if you would like.
And Narcellis will look up at Taffy and just sort of wiggle his fingers and go, "How's your day been going?"
Well, it was going great until just now. Listen,
well, I'm so sorry that I have to defend myself from every waking person in this city.
Listen, I get it. It's rough, but
you really don't, Taffy.
Taffy's just gonna stop. He's just gonna be like, all right, you know what? I'm not having this argument right now.
Tove's gonna pipe up and say, it was a really good distraction, though. I got right in the gate. So should be proud of yourself. Hope you are.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
Yulia will... Oh.
You can go ahead first.
Nope.
Okay. Yulia will kind of walk up to the bars, casually lean against it, still making notes, and without really looking at us, I'm curious about the crabs. Was it just you just saw them and you were just inspired in the moment, or what was the methodology behind it?
They were the only stall owners that would look at me, so
understandable. Okay. They just make a little note.
My options were like
a shellfish allergy.
Yeah. You see that my options were salmon or crabs, and crabs just seemed like they hit harder.
That is very true. Plus the pinchers.
Yeah, that was plan B, to be honest.
Maybe I can make some sort of line about the order of the 7 got nothing on 12 crabs. When I write the song.
Yulia?
Yes?
With all due respect, please do not write a story about me beating people up with crabs.
Story, it's part of our group's saga song.
I don't want to be known for that.
Narcellus, the crab slinger.
Shut up, Yavari.
Listen, we've already have a section about the Sahagins, stuff with the pirates, stuff about the ball. This is, listen, you don't hear these kinds of stories often. We're gonna be famous.
So, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I don't think you hear any stories about someone beating up a guard with crabs.
Exactly! It's unique! It's original!
So, how goes, finding lodgings?
Sort of good,
Badly.
sort of not good.
And he'll just sort of lean his head back against, like, the cold wall, and he'll just go, I've lived here for almost a year, guys. I know how it works, and I don't mind sleeping outside.
I mean,
Deserve
we
to be treated like a human being with a pillow
I'm
and
not
a
a
bed? Or, a person who deserves rights, like a bed?
Guys,
Pillow?
Taffy said we needed a base of operations, and that means that we need someplace safe. Now, if that means that I have to stay outside while you guys go inside, it's okay. I have dealt with worse while living. Okay?
As you say this, Renarian will kind of pipe up and say, well, I have an idea for that, but I need to ask my father something once he comes back. I might have something for all of you, including you, Narcellus.
Oh boy. Please tell me it's not the cell.
It's not the what?
Cell.
What? No, of course not. No,
He'll just sort of,
we can all be together.
he does want to ask a question.
Hmm.
The cell across from him, you said, is populated by other drow, right?
Yeah, maybe not directly across, but yeah, like kind of at a diagonal from his cell, there's like a couple of drow sitting in one cell.
He's going to lift his hand up to the few party members that are standing in his line of sight and just sort of like make a nudging motion for them to move, and he's going to ask in Drowic, actually. So why are you guys here?
And they'll look up, looking a little surprised, as you see, looking at them, you can tell, I mean, one's a drow, they have white hair, red eyes, very skinny looking in the face. They look younger, both of them, like not quite as young as Narcellus, but maybe not quite adults yet. There's one guy, and the woman sitting with him, as she looks over, you see she actually has blue eyes and like slightly paler skin. And the man will respond with in Drowic, he'll say, apparently we looked at a merchant wrong in the fishing district.
Ah, I see. And he's going to look at Taffy for a minute. He's going to say, alright, argument aside, can you do me a favor?
Alright, what do you need from me?
And Narcellus is going to reach into his pockets and pull out the 3 platinum that Ari had given him in Eastoff. He's going to hold it out through the bars. He's going to say, go hand this over there to them.
Alright, if you want. And so he'll take it, and he'll go over there, and he'll hand out the platinum.
The woman
He's a little
will
confused.
the woman kind of looks a little suspiciously at you at first, but she'll hold out her hands to take the money, like stare at it for a long moment before she'll look over to Narcellus and just say, very quiet, "Thank you."
And he'll just sort of sigh, and you'll hear his head hit the back of the wall, and he just goes, 1 half drow to another. Fucking hate this city. And then we'll just sort of pass the time by rolling his head over toward the rest of the party and just sort of like looking between them like, this is really awkward. Bet you didn't think you'd be doing this today.
Fire to the whole city if we all spread out in each corner.
Yabari, this is not the best place to be saying that.
I don't think that's a good idea. With the queen being here.
It's jokes, Your Majesty, wherever she is. Haha, very funny.
Very funny.
And he'll be like, have you guys seen Imran?
Oh, we found him. He told us what happened to you before we found Tove.
Oh, of course he's not actually here.
Well, I don't know if they'd let him in, to be
Oh,
fair.
he doesn't need the door, no.
He doesn't need the door.
Interesting, but alright.
Anyway, Ari, is there any way you can go talk to your dad for me?
Yes, what did you need me to talk to him about?
Those drow in the cell over there have apparently been detained for looking at a man incorrectly. If you don't mind, I think this is something that should be running. Now, I don't really trust anyone else in here to relay that story correctly. Not our party members, just the people in charge of arresting.
Yes, alright, I'll go see what I can do. He looks a little nervous about it, but he will just kind of hurry off.
And I think Narcellus also wants to ask. So, you guys go anywhere else? And have you found out anything?
Well, we haven't exactly had a whole lot of time to do a lot of investigating, but we did. What was it? The Rusty Scale. We're looking for taverns that would be friendly to our activities. But no, got a good layout of the west side of town.
I see. Imran did let me know that this place that Sturkin apparently does business is on the east side of the pier. So I was actually heading into the nobles' quarter to see if I could get a writ, so I wouldn't get arrested.
Ah.
Yeah, that really worked out for you.
And at that, Tove is going to reach into her bag of holding and pull out the little token that Baldwin gave to her and sort of hold it up to the bars so that Narcellus can see it and say, I have got that, so there will hopefully be no more arrests in the future.
I'll just kind of look at it through the bars for a minute and kind of reach out his hand to see if she'll let him have it.
She'll give it to him.
I'll bring it through the bars and kind of just dangle it in front of his face for a minute and just hear him be like, God, what an ugly end.
Ouch.
Not the prettiest one.
Well, if you don't mind, considering my unique situation, if anyone else doesn't have a problem with it, I think I'd like to hang on to this one.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, I think that's for the best.
That's for the
Yep.
best.
And he'll casually just tie it onto the end of his belt and sort of loop it there so it can't come off.
Alright, yeah, so you do that, you gain a little token, and otherwise, it's maybe a few more minutes before General Faldvin finally comes back over, carrying a set of keys, looking annoyed, but he doesn't say anything as he comes over to unlock Narcellus' cell, as he says, Narcellus?
Father is
Yeah.
disappointed.
Just try it. And I know it's not your fault, but I don't think I'd be able to get you out of here again. He just opens the cell door to allow him out.
Alright. And he'll stand up after a minute, kind of dust himself off from the gross floor, and step outside. And he's like, I did not intend. Ironically, I was coming to talk to you to avoid getting arrested.
I understand. Yeah, so you are free to go. Runarian asked me about the other drow. He's still speaking with the colonel about it, as she is stubborn.
Alright, I just would hate for the reputation of your city guard to be tarnished by arresting people who've done, nothing wrong.
I understand. It's just a matter of... Can't just let anyone out as much as I wish I could. He's working on that. In the meantime, I figured I would allow you all to go to continue with what you are doing as I have an audience with Her Majesty that I must go see to.
Alright, and he'll just... At that point, he's going to kind of let him address the rest of the party. I do want to ask, can he go over to the cell and squat down?
He can. No one's going to stop him.
Okay. And I would like him to ask, is there anyone in the city that needs to know that you're here? Like, do people know you're here? Do you have people in the fishing district who don't know that you're missing?
Hold on 1 second. And as you ask that, a woman will speak up and say, in Drowic, I'm assuming is how you're talking to them?
Yes.
Okay. So in Drowic, she'll reply with, I don't have a whole lot of people. It's the only one who might notice is a older drow, walks with a cane, Fowlin. I don't know if you know him.
Fowlin?
Yeah, he's
Stress and Dira's father?
Yeah, he's we help take care of him when we can, but we've been kind of in here for a while.
And sort of first he looks at Tove, who was with him with these two kids just hours before. And then he's going to turn his head toward the general, and there's this indescribable look of hate.
Oh, God.
Oh.
And
Alderman just kind of looks at him because he didn't really understand a whole lot that was said. He's just...
It's like, oh, what's going on?
and he just says, I'll let him know you're here. And then stands up and kind of intentionally at that point is very clearly waiting to leave the keep.
You guys are free to go, then, if you would like to leave.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's
Exactly, let's get out of here.
Excellent. So here, we'll just swap your tokens around here. Here, we'll meeny, meeny, miny, it'll be Taffy.
It'll be oh no.
So yeah, you guys head on out. You don't happen to see Renarian or the colonel that he's apparently talking to. You assume they're probably off in some other spot. But yeah, you guys make your way out of the fort. Thankfully, left alone. And I don't know if you guys would want to have any conversations while you're going. Otherwise, you can go meet back up with Imran. I don't know if Narcellus kind of wanted to bring anything up.
Oh, yeah. So I will have him say as they exit the guardhouse, kind of away from anything. He's still got this look like permanently etched on his face.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to address Tove, and he's going to say, "Remember those kids from earlier?"
Oh yeah, the ones who bit you.
Yeah.
What?
The ones.
What?
Apparently, they're friends of theirs. When I was in there, I found out that they were arrested for making the wrong sort of look toward a merchant.
And Tove's face will kind of fall from sort of that, the sort of happy recognition to the realization that things are a lot more bleak than she realized. And she'll nod and say, well, I'm sure Renarian will handle the situation and help them get out of there. I don't think he would leave them in there, especially knowing the situation.
Yeah, I'm sure no one would they? And he's just like, he's so annoyed. But after that, he's like, so if we meet back up with him, then Taffy, do you still want to try to find lodgings first, or do you think we should just go for it?
Well, considering the nature of this town is a lot worse than I thought it would be. My vote's to just get Sturkin and get out. The longer we're here, that's the more opportunity for this, especially if the Assassin's Guild that Sturkin's working with catches wind we're here, foiling their plans. Assuming we're here to foil their plans.
Yeah. Well, let's find him then. He should still be cowering where I left him.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, let's go pick him up, and I do have a couple of contacts if we do get into trouble here.
Oh, that's excellent.
Mm-hmm. That will be helpful.
Yeah, it's one of them is
what I was gonna say.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. No. Go.
Yeah, he's just musing. He's like, yeah, I've got, let's see here. In case anyone gets into trouble, go look for, let's see here. And he's flipping through his book. It's like, yes. I have two contacts here. There's a half-elf, Alana, somewhere, I believe, on the west side of town. Just let her know that, Taffy from the Padlock Guild sent you, and, you need somewhere to lay low for a while. If you do ever get in trouble on the east side of town, let's see here. And then he kind of sighs and he's like, the guild investor. Well, there's a Lord Fleming, Dragonborn, real, gold color. You'll know him when you see him, trust me. A little eccentric, he's, fan of the arts. You got two orc guys that follow him around. They're real nice, they're real nice chaps. Yeah, he funds the Padlock Guild, so, tell him that, a guild agent sent you and you need some help, and he should be able to help you out. He's a little dramatic, but if you can look past that, he's a real friendly guy.
Joel will kind of pipe up here and say, does he happen to faint a lot?
Oh, absolutely, all the time. You should see him in guild meetings. It's hilarious. He gets the monthly earnings report and he just falls over.
I did sort of run into him. Well, not him, but the orcs. They were very nice.
Oh yeah, Bartholomork and Timorky?
Yeah. Well,
those...
I didn't learn their names, but they were very helpful.
Yeah, they're great. In fact, I love those guys. Go drinking with them. They're absolute lads.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
How did that go, by the way?
Oh, meeting them?
Yeah, I don't.
Or-
Fleming didn't talk your ear off for like 3 hours about the finer, exquisite intricacies of statues or whatever.
And Tove's just kind of gonna look at her boots and say, he wasn't really paying a lot of attention to me. He was busy talking to another dragonborn.
That makes sense. You kind of have to get his attention.
Yeah, I don't look like somebody special, so it wasn't really surprising to me. Plus, I was kind of on, the trek to get Norcellis out of jail.
Don't sell yourself short, though.
I wish Renarian was here because I want to know if he specifically has a fainting cow.
Oh my.
Oh no.
Anyway, Taffy, real quick, and he'll kind of like jog forward a little bit to catch up to him. He's like, actually, there may be a place where we can at least take Imran and set down a couple plans. I have lived here for a couple months. There's this house that I've been staying at. It'll work for a little bit if you're open to it.
That'd be fine with me.
There's just one little thing.
Okay.
How adverse are you to maybe being bitten?
Bitten? By what exactly?
A child.
Oh. Yeah, children are fine.
Okay, let's go find him.
Tabby doesn't know what he's getting himself into. It's like, oh yeah, children are great. I love children.
Yeah.
They just get a little roughhousey a little bit. That's fine. Not realizing that, drow children have sharp teeth.
That's fine. I'm sure Tabaxi too, dude.
Yeah, see, that's exactly. See, that's true.
And just
Tabaxi
like
children
that.
also have very sharp teeth. I'm sure Taffy's well used to it.
Excellent. So you guys head on back down the road. And Norcellis will take you to where they left Imran and kind of to where you guys happen to run into him. And you do see, he's kind of sitting there leaning against the wall. He has his arms folded over his chest. He's trying to appear, as small and unassuming as possible. Probably, has his hood up as well, which just makes him look more suspicious. But he looks up as you guys come by, and he'll focus on Norcellis and say, "Oh, thank God they got you out."
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks, man.
What? I can't break you out of a guardhouse, man.
You broke me out of the Underdark.
That's different.
Different.
It's so not. It's so not.
Listen, the Underdark is dark. It's midday right now.
Imran, we all have dark vision.
And
So it's not dark!
it's different, I promise.
It's different, I promise.
Anyway, if you don't mind, we have some questions for you that are probably better asked not out here in the open.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we wait for Lunarian?
Where'd he go?
There are some kinsmen in the dungeon portion of the keep who do not deserve to be there. I have asked him to talk on their behalf. I don't know how long it's going to last or take, so do we just go and let him find us, or do we stay and wait?
I'm a little concerned letting Ari try and find us.
I'm sure
Yeah.
Maybe in. Oh, that's true.
He might accidentally
What?
walk into some trouble.
Why don't some of us wait for Ari and then some of us
Wait,
go find
well-
lodging so we can set up HQ?
Well, Norcellis is taking us to where we're supposed to go, and
Okay.
correct me if
Yeah.
I'm wrong, but I think Norcellis is the only one who knows where we're going.
Yes, I do live here.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we might want to just wait for him, at least for a little bit.
Alright, good. Then you guys hang out for a few minutes, trying not to look like too suspicious, even though it's a very odd group that you all have together. So there are definitely a few weird looks sent your way, but no one comes to bother you. It's probably only a couple minutes later by the time Runarian shows back up. And he wasn't he was kind of looking around for you guys at first, clearly wondering where you would all run off to, and once he sees you all, goes to join you. He looks kind of like a mixture of emotions on his face as he'll go to Narcellus and say, so I tried talking to the Colonel about the drow down there in the cell. I had to leave her with my father as she not want to hear it from me.
I'm surprised he's even talking about it.
Yes, I kind of asked him to. But also, I took a moment to ask him in regards to helping have somewhere for you all to stay. And if you are all right with it, we do have guest quarters in our estate that you all are more than welcome to come use if you end up staying for a while.
I'm sorry, but Narcellus is just gonna immediately make this kind of laugh.
Oh my god.
You want me to come stay in the noble quarter?
Yes.
Just think how much it'd piss off all the nobles.
Right.
I'm sort of looking at the rest of the party.
Take it to the man, Nar.
Raises his hands up and he's like, I will let you guys decide on this one.
Well, it wouldn't be a bad idea to have both places available. It's a fairly large town, and having a point of safety in both ends is preferable.
Especially since we're apparently dealing with an assassin's guild, I don't know if I'd really want to stay overnight in the fishing district.
Really, that's that bad?
You haven't seen it at night yet, Taffy.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Runarian, I was just about to take them to my house. Kind of, not really. Our little...
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, then, lead the way, I suppose.
Oh, you just killed Emran!
Yes.
He absorbed into the party.
Yes.
Just slurped them up.
It's like Final Fantasy where your party members just come in and out of your body.
Exactly.
Oh god.
We're all stacked into one being.
Yeah.
The ultimate life form.
Nice. Alright, so then if there's no complaints then from the party, Narcellus will then take you guys down to the fishing district.
Excellent.
The other side of town. Whee!
Whee!
So would you just take them directly to the house?
To Fallon's house? Yeah, they have a lot they need to talk about and kind of plan out. So he would probably weave them back through the back streets. Being very cautious as he does so to not sustain another robbery or bite mark.
Or bite mark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you go, there are no children that come to accost you for your money.
Thank God.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. You are left alone for the time being. Excuse me. Help if I had this token ready.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, where did it even go?
I don't know what the token is, but I support you.
one you gave me for this guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But you guys make your way through the fishing district with Narcellis leading the way, kind of without a problem, as he's very well versed in the roads and paths through all the houses. And he takes you off of the main road into kind of more towards the back end, where there's a lot of houses all kind of clustered together between the cliff that like leads up to the castle and the wooden wall that surrounds the pier. But like all these houses are just kind of shoved back here. Super close together, really not a whole lot of room to move around in. Moving things. And as you come to a little spot, there's like a couple of chickens that go running away from you guys as soon as you approach. For Narcellis, you're walking up to the house that you'd like to take your friends to, and before you can open the door, you hear the sound of tiny footsteps running towards you.
Oh no!
No.
Narcellis will
Smell blood.
immediately just. I'm so sorry. If he is able to, he will just grab Taffy and put this cat in front of him.
Taffy gets suddenly shoved up there. He's
And
very
you
confused.
Scream plays.
You just hear a little kid shouting, Narcissus! And all of a sudden, these two kids come running over to you guys. And Taffy, you see these two small children just running for you now that you are in their path.
So Taffy actually, he as soon as he sees the children, he lets out like a it's like a gasp, it's like a squee gasp. Like he's like slightly excited, but he quickly composes himself and he's like, "Are these yours?"
No.
Oh, okay, I just
I mean, they're not. They're not my children, if that's what you mean.
he just kind of he turns around. He's like because he turns around to talk to Nars, and when he does, you see this like cat grin, like the kitty lip grin, like just staring at Nars. It's like, oh really? Well, whose children are they?
They're Fowlin's children. And just sort of sigh at him. And unfortunate little growths that keep sinking their teeth into my arms. Isn't that right, you little shit?
Well, how else are they gonna
The
sharpen
sign of
their teeth?
affection. Right?
And he like pets one of them on the head.
Oh my god,
so-
they're not pets.
So as they run up to you guys, you turn to Narcellis to kind of have this conversation. Adira like stops in front of you and is just staring up at you. Whereas Dress is a little further back, kind of looking warily at everyone, especially at Runarian. And as Narcellis, as you say, isn't that right, you little shits? Dress will like stick his tongue out at you.
Adorable.
Whereas Adira, as Taffy goes to pat her, will grab for his hand and say, "You have a big cat!"
Yes, I am the biggest and fluffiest kitty. And then he kneels down to get on their level.
Oh, so
Aw.
sweet. I don't
She
trust
will-
it.
She will immediately like reach up to put her hands in your face because she's so fascinated by this cat that is
Taffy will just
before
let her,
her.
Oh my
Aw.
god.
just let her pet him.
Aw.
She might accidentally like pull at his whiskers.
He'll wince a little bit,
Or, like,
but
his
he doesn't say
hair.
anything.
Aww.
Oh, so
So
sweet.
cute.
This is the cutest thing.
And turning back toward the rest of the party, Narcellis will say, "Well, this giant cat is Taffy, and this big pink tiefling is Yulia. She plays music. Adira, look at this." And he pulls Arca over and he's like, "Giant bird!"
Bird! And she will immediately try to reach for Arca to pet his feathers.
Aw. Okay, Arca like leans down to like let her recup him.
Oh.
Continuing down the line, he'll say, "This is Toe. She's a farmer. She's a human. She's nice. It's okay, you've met her." And then this wonderful specimen of red tiefling over here. This is your barn. She's actually a witch.
Ooh.
Zress like narrows his eyes at her, and he's like, "Do you know any spells?"
Oh boy, do I.
What kind?
Hold on, give me a second. Let me look at my spells real quick.
Yuvari has
Yeah, I
to
know.
quickly flip through her wizard spellbook.
Just cast a random spell.
Yavari is gonna cast a minor illusion cantrip.
Uh-huh.
What would she cast? She's gonna cast an image of the cutest dog in the entire world.
Oh my god.
Ow. Wait, do
And
I
she
I
just
think
casts
that's
it right in
wrong.
front of her. Do you need me to link it in chat?
Oh no, you're fine. Look, I have a dog.
Look at that dog.
Dog.
Stop.
Killing Toe over here.
Toby's dying. It's
Just
so
having
cute.
diabetes attacks over.
Oh my god. So you conjure this illusion of like a tiny little dog, and Zress looks at it. He's like, "That's weird." And then he'll probably go forward to like try and pet it, but his hand just goes through the dog because
It's
it's
like,
just an illusion.
Michelle's laughing at this. We'll turn toward Ari last and say, "And this, I know it's scary, this is my friend Ari. Now, one thing you have to know about him, Zress, is he really likes to play chase."
I don't know if that's quite right.
Oh, right, Ari, isn't it? You should go play with him, Zress.
Zress is like, "Oh, he likes to run?"
Yeah, he really does.
"You better run, Ari, or I'm gonna fight you." Ari's like, "Oh, please don't."
No,
Immediately, like Zress starts towards him, and Ari like backs away.
he will reach out and grab Zress by the back of the shirt and be, "Alright, Zress, now before I let you eat the elf, where's your dad? He's inside?
Yeah, he's in there.
Alright, go ahead and you'll just let him go."
And he will run at Ari, and Ari will proceed to like run away from him.
Please.
It's like, no, Chalice, please.
No, Chalice,
Yeah, I'll come check on you later. He's just playing.
He's just
He's going to bite me.
He's going to bite me.
And kind of as if he literally owns the place, he will go through the open door and he'll remove the mantle, like the cloak that he's been wearing, and he'll kind of hold it in his arms, and you'll just hear, "Fowlin?"
And as you step into the house, you don't immediately see him in the room, but you do hear his voice call from probably the only other room in this little house. "Oh, be right there." And you hear like a groan as he gets up, and kind of uneven footsteps with the heavy thud of like a cane as he makes his way out to you. Just put him right there. And yeah, so this older, the older drow comes out, very familiar face for Narcellis, with, dark kind of purple skin, white hair, red eyes. And he looks to Narcellis with a kind smile as he says, "Narcellis, good to see you again."
"Yeah, I've been gone a while. I've got a couple of friends that could use a small place to kind of have a little meeting. I hope you don't mind. This is the first place I thought of. I mean, I can go somewhere else if it's too much trouble.
No, please. It's the least I can do after Adira and Zras brought what you gave them.
Don't mention it. There are two other things. One, there is a half-drow and white skin, blue eyes, and a man, kind of general, kind of really gaunt in the face, red eyes, white hair. They're currently being detained.
Oh, and he gives a sigh. Yes, that would be, it sounds like, what's their names?
Wow.
Says, yes, it sounds like Phildorl and Jazara. I noticed I hadn't seen them in quite a while. What happened? Are they all right?
They looked at a merchant wrong. Same old.
Right.
Now, go ahead.
No, what, so your friends need somewhere for a moment? A bit?
A bit. There's just one more thing. You might recognize one of my friends. He is an elf. I swear he's trustworthy.
He's too stupid not to be anything else.
Really?
It's just his father might be a problem.
Faline sighs. He says, all right, I'll trust you. You say he's trustworthy very well, as long as he doesn't cause problems.
No, in fact, why don't you come meet everyone? Everyone's already met Adira and Stress.
Yes,
Your
you have a sixth sense for when you show up.
What can I say, man? They know my blood and they can smell it from a mile away. But he will intentionally kind of go over, whether this man wants it or not, and kind of put his shoulder under Fowlin's arm and move him to the door.
He won't complain as Narcellis helps him along and gets him out the door to their friends. I feel like at this point the dog has vanished. You come outside, and in like the minute that you were having this conversation with him, you see Ari is on the ground on his stomach with Zres on his back. Probably like has his hands in his hair, and he's like, "Ha, stupid elf."
Take it for the man, kid.
Adira's probably still very fascinated with like Taffy and Arca, and like probably chasing after like Yulia or Yavari's tails. She's just having a grand old time.
Yavari whips it in her face a couple times, not actually hitting her, but just like kind of teasing her with it.
She probably tries to bite it.
Yulia will probably just like keep the tip like well above her head, and like if she tries to reach for it, she'll just pull the tail back out of arm's reach.
And Narcellis will kind of leave at everybody and be like, so this is fun.
Taffy's like,
Nice to meet you.
He Taffy walks up to go and shake his hand.
Fallon will shake it.
It's like, Taffy, part of the agent of the Padlock Guild, if you've ever heard of us.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
Taffy kind of slumps a bit, is like, vaguely familiar. Like, just, okay, you know, it's like, excellent, you know. Thank you for letting us use your house. We do appreciate it.
Of course. It's the least I can do for Narshellis' friends. Welcome to stay as long as you'd like. Have much to offer you at the moment other than a roof over your head.
We appreciate it.
That's all we asked for.
Stress, please get off of him. And Stress will look up and just give a sigh as he gets off of Runarian, who will pick himself up and like brush off the dirt on his shirt. It's like, Narshellis, their teeth hurt.
Yes, they are drow.
Yes. And Fallon will kind of like look at Runarian for a moment. Runarian looks back at him, looking very uncomfortable. But Fallon won't say anything as he just says, "You are all welcome to come inside if you'd like."
That would be great. I'm not going to lie. I am starving. And Narshellis will just immediately walk inside. Like, hopefully you managed to get to the market before I got here with all the money that I gave you.
Yes, I have purchased some things, so I will be happy to share.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, I can offer you a crab.
A crab!
Would you like a crab in these trying times?
Oh, God.
So, I do want to ask, what does the inside of the house look like when we come in? Like, where are there places to sit?
So you come inside, and and probably the kids stay outside. They go off running after a chicken or something. But you all walk inside, and it's a little dark. There's not many windows on the house, and the couple that are like kind of heavily covered in like dirt and probably just like from the salt water coming off of the ocean nearby. But the inside itself, it's very simple, very plain. It's one large room that you guys walk into. There's like a door off to the side with another separate area. And this room, you see in the far back corner to the right, is what appears to be kind of basically a little kitchen area. There's like a hearth that's sit into the floor, with like a pot dangling over it that's currently boiling with something inside. And you do smell like the scent of meat and vegetables as you step in. There's like probably a little oven. There's like a couple of cupboards that one of them, the hinges had broken off, so there's just not even a door on it anymore. There's a table to one side that has like 4 or 5 chairs. Nothing matches. Like all the chairs are different. One of them is a little lopsided. Probably most of them are. There's really nothing hung on the walls. You know, they're just wooden for the most part, with like some stone spread throughout as like supports for the house. Yeah, and there's probably also like a little area of rugs that are very easily sat upon if one wanted to, like rugs and a few pillows kind of thrown into a corner. Just very, very simple little house.
So Taffy'll... oh, sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask. Is it like light or dark in the house?
It's fairly, like, it's all right. There's some natural light coming in. Probably on the table, he does have like some candles set up, and like maybe another small table near the kitchen. There's like another candle. There's a fire going. So like you can see fairly well in here.
Okay, that's all I wanted to ask.
Mm-hmm. So you all are welcome to, you know, as you go in, Fallon will kind of gesture to the chairs and the little pillowy carpeted area, and he'll say, you all are free to have a seat. Food should be about done. I think I should have enough for all of you if you're all hungry.
Taffy's
I have enough
smile is
bowls.
like, excellent. He does scoot over to Narshellis, kind of talk to him. He's like, so real quick question. If we're gonna be staying here, and let's just assume the worst and something's going to go wrong and we have to, retreat back here. I would like to go and secure the place up a little bit if you don't mind.
Oh, Taffy, please don't try to sell him anything.
I'm not going to sell him anything. Jeez, calm down. Him staying here is payment. Letting us stay here is payment enough. I would rather us be prepared than have to go and, there are children in here.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, maybe no detonated traps or arrows that shoot at a wall or dire beaver traps. I'm just saying there are other children that live next door, so if you're gonna do it, maybe be discreet about it and maybe ask the man himself.
Taffy kind of sighs like, my God, security, education. Listen, I was asking you first because I felt it prudent. I didn't want to go and start talking to this guy, and then you jumped me because I was asking about,
I'm
locking his
not
windows.
going to jump you. Like, I understand. It's just, you gotta understand, like, a lot of places around here are really set on homeland security. I mean, they have a good reputation.
Taffy does a heckin' frown.
Come on.
Right, them.
Yeah. Look, come here. And he just grabs Taffy by, like, his shirt and just dragging him over. He's like, Fallon,
Yes.
as you can imagine, is Imran with them?
I would hope so.
Okay.
He's just been very quiet, just kind of hanging out.
As you've been aware, I tend to attract problems.
Problems.
I'm so happy that you're letting us stay here. But I may have gotten mixed up. We may have gotten mixed up with the Assassin's Guild, and if this is too much for you to handle, in any sense, I will take everyone and go somewhere else. My friend here is a member of the Padlock Guild, and he's hoping, for your sake and for Stress and Adira's sake, to shore up your house and make it safer. Probably both from the Assassin's Guild and just from the city guards.
Don't worry, absolutely free of charge.
And
Yes.
Fallon will nod his head, kind of looking a little thoughtful. He's probably like seated himself on a little stool at this point next to his like cook pot. He says, yes, what, out of curiosity, what Assassin's Guild is? What sort of trouble have you gotten into, Narshellus?
Well, if you hadn't noticed, I got accused of regicide. That was fun.
Heard.
I heard.
Yeah.
Tell them about your drow dance. Tell them what things
You've already shut up.
No. It was really interesting.
Can you shut up, please? Can you shut up, please?
Yavari just gives him a little smirk.
Just like, anyway, now that my friends are not trying to embarrass me, it's called the Crows. I don't really know anything about them.
He'll kind of hum at that as he stirs the pot, and he says, there have been weird rumors going around, now that you mention it. I think,
Uh-huh.
in fact, he kind of looks a little uncomfortable. He's like, I don't know how true these are, but it helps in whatever you all are doing. I've heard that crows have been gaining a bit of a reputation. Supposedly, quite a few of them came from the fishing district, from what I understand.
That's not good.
But
That's not good.
one thing I overheard from conversation while I was at the market the other day is someone swears up and down that they saw a supposed crow speaking with members of the Swift Cloaks.
Like,
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
like talking to them as in like, haha, hey, what's up? Or like talking to them.
The latter.
Taffy!
Yep, that's what we figured was gonna happen. They're a security guild, if I remember correctly.
Like the Padlock Guild, or like I'm
Like,
gonna beat people up for you kind of security?
Let me check real quick. So, more of the bodyguard. Yeah, they're a protection guild. You know. You
Oh,
pay
that's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, so we're probably gonna come to blows with them, which is gonna be great.
Listen, Fallon, I know you've let me live here for the past year, and you've overlooked my family name, and you know it's been really important to me. If you do not want to be involved in this, please tell me.
He gives a small sigh as he kind of thinks it over for a long moment, and he'll say, I mean, if your friend here is offering, I would not say no to having a few more security measures around the house. Otherwise, really, you all are welcome.
Okay, thanks. Turning toward the rest of the group, he'll kind of try to survey who's getting comfortable and who's doing what. He's like, Fallon knows pretty much everything about this city. He's been here since the end of the last Dark War. Do you guys have any questions about Valgard in general, or about anything that might be going on? I'm sure you would have heard it.
Sorry, I'm thinking of questions.
Taffy kind of pipes up and he's like, you know, if we're asking some questions, how long has the Gnomeland Security Guildhouse been here?
Oh my god.
Alan kind of thinks about that for a moment, and he's like, I think it's been about close to 10 years.
Oh, okay. So not suspiciously close to when you saw crows, running around town.
No, the crows fairly recent development, really, within the last year or so.
Taffy kind of makes
I'm sorry, you might have already said this. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you good. Taffy just makes a clicks his tongue, like he was hoping that he could indicate the Gnomeland Security Guild with this whole problem.
Yeah.
I love the beef.
It's like, darn.
Darn Gnomeland Security.
Gnomeland, stupid Gnomeland Security.
Yvari's, she's kind of just chilling by the door. She's not sitting. She's just leaning against the wall. And she's thinking about this whole conversation. And she is going to ask about the crows and just basically be like, well, if we were to give you some pictures, would you be able to point out some that you recognized? Or I don't have pictures, but hypothetically.
Probably not. I haven't really interacted with them myself, just heard stories.
And they were around this area, would you say? Anywhere else in town that you've been spotted?
As far as hanging out, it's really been here, or I think some along the pier.
I'm sorry. Who are we talking about?
The crows.
Okay, thank you.
But really, all I can say is they've come to be known. Something is almost. Some in the fishing district almost look up to them in a way, as they've mostly gotten their names from taking out some of the middle class merchants.
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
So the fact, I mean, them even existing is shocking, but then the fact they are going for the queen is bold.
Well, she hasn't exactly had the best policies toward people who don't live in the middle and noble districts, until this will just kind of hype up.
Very true. Yes, they have been specifically targeting merchants who usually aren't very kind to us.
You know, maybe I'm okay with the crows. Maybe I'll be okay with it.
Oh my god. Are there any spots on the pier or in this little district that they hang out or drift to?
Not that I'm aware of. And Imran at that point will kind of perk up and he'll look to Narcellis to speak in Draug and say, I can give them some of that information too, you know?
Narcellis will turn and be like, I've told them this twice. They don't listen to me.
That's fine.
Fine. You talk to them.
Can you translate? Or am I gonna...
Fine, I'll translate.
Okay. Listen, I'm working on my comment, okay?
I'm working on my comment.
Alright. Imran has something he'd like to say.
Imran will say, so, from what I know with my interactions with them, I mean, we had a meetup point at a warehouse out on the pier. It's like this little shack at the end of the pier, really unassuming little thing. Also, I've heard they tend to kind of hang around like the southern half of the city, like along the wall or just beyond it. But I can also confirm that I've seen them hanging out with swift cloaks, and it doesn't look good, man. Don't look good.
He will translate as Imran goes along, and just sort of increasingly look annoyed.
Well, that doesn't seem good at all.
No, it doesn't.
Falvin, I do have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you happen to know anybody or about anybody named Sturkin?
He thinks about it for a moment, as now at this point he's gone to grab a couple bowls out from one of the cupboards. He says, doesn't sound familiar, no. Afraid?
Kind of immediately, Narcellis will stand up and grab said bowls from him and just sort of direct him back to sit down. And he will start ladling things out instead. And just be like, well, it was worth a shot, I guess. Anyway, guys, you should probably sit down over on the cushions over there. I don't really want to standing up.
Tova's already like plopped herself down on the floor.
Just boop.
Yeah, she's having a great time.
She's having a great time.
The girl loves some comfy pillows. Okay.
Yuvari,
Girl.
real quick, he will say, Yuvari, can you go and get dressed in the deer? I don't want them to miss eating. And then look back to Tove.
And Tove, who's just kind of sitting there, will say, I guess my question is, well, and I feel like this is a dumb question, but this seems like an incredibly organized operation to try and kill the queen. Who would want to kill the queen? And she'll sort of like pause at that, noting the fact where they are, and say, okay, maybe that's a dumb question, but the queen has a lot of enemies, right? So how are we supposed to narrow it down? I mean, sure, maybe we find Sturkin, and maybe Sturkin gives us some information, but maybe Sturkin doesn't, or maybe we don't find Sturkin at all. I mean, I feel like there's so many possibilities. It's gonna be hard.
Well, Marcellus will kind of pipe up suddenly and say, the one thing that we know for certain, and he'll kind of eye Fallon and Taffy as he says it, it's not going to be a drow. Kind of clearing his throat, he says, they wanted Imran to sell them Drider blood. That's the most over-the-top way you can possibly kill someone. They're absolutely trying to make this look like the matron mother herself came up here and just poisoned the queen.
Ooh, that's even worse. That's gonna start a whole other war.
Please don't say that.
As Taffy, scratches his chin, does a heckin' sigh. All right, well, let's take this one step at a time. If we can get Sturkin and turn him over to the authorities and expose that this whole plan, right, to the queen, right, then perhaps we could get enough resources to actually investigate. And then he stops himself, and he kind of chuckles, and he's like, "Oh wow, we really are just getting involved in." This all started where we just wanted to clear our names. I guess we should ask ourselves before we go any further how far down this rabbit hole we want to go.
At that, Marcellus will sort of ball his hand into a fist, and you will hear it hit the countertop. And he'll just kind of look at Taffy. He's like, well, I don't know about you, but unless I happen to be part of whatever little group decides to help. And he'll kind of look toward Fallon for a minute, like with his eyes at Taffy. He'll say, a lot of people are going to get hurt by this. So, if it's okay with your reputation, I'd like to ask you to stick around.
So Taffy, he sighs and he's like, that's not what I meant like that. What I'm saying is, if we decide to go and expose this whole framing plan, right? And we go and we're not going to make it worse, right?
I don't see how we could. It's already pretty bad.
And he thinks to himself, and he's like, I'm not much of a warrior here, but if you think we can, dismantle this whole thing, and hopefully maybe it just ends at the Swift Cloaks and the Crows.
What do you guys think? You want to get involved?
I'm willing to stick it to the end.
Oh, I love it.
Let's dismantle the whole system.
Tove will nod and say, well, I mean, we've made it this far that there's no point in stopping now.
And Marshall is kind of looking toward Yulia, will say, right, what about you, Bard? You kind of just came out here to write songs, right? Sure you really want to get involved in this?
Well, and they'll just kind of just lean back. They've just been kind of just listening to everything. I mostly came out here to, well, make my own story. And this is not quite what I expected, but I'm here for it.
Alright. Well then, Imran, once everybody's fed, Taffy, everyone, if it's okay with you guys, and he kind of lifts up Faltman's little seal at his waist and will say, why don't we go take a look around the docks, Taffy, after you're done fixing up the house?
On it. Then he starts pulling out his tools and he starts getting to work.
Alright.
Please do not, trigger bomb the house. I want him to survive.
What kind of security features do you think I install?
I don't know, man. Everything keeps going wrong.
Layers?
I'm not rigging the door lock to explode if you don't put the right key in it. Jesus.
Oh, that'd be awful.
It's like, I hope you have the right key, because otherwise we're going to have a bad time.
I'm shaking my head, shaking.
I'm shaking my head.
Uh-huh. Awesome. Yeah, very good. Then you guys all settle down, enjoy the nice meal that Fallon has cooked. You know, Adira and Zress are brought inside, who hop into little seats at the table to eat as well. And yeah, you all hang out. Taffy locks up the house with his expert padlocking skill. And
by the way, does it look like Gnomeland security was here first?
No, this house has not been touched.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna make this way better. The most secure place in the entire town.
Thank
Heck
you,
yeah.
It's personal now.
It's personal now.
You do it, Taffy. So, with that, then, once you guys have finished eating, then was there anything else you guys would like to ask Fallon or Imran, or are you guys just gonna head on out for the docks?
I can't think of any other questions to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, for now this is the plan is get Sturkin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does that sound like a verb?
It's like get Sturkin. I caught the Sturkin.
I've been calling him Sturgeon the entire time.
Oh my god.
Sturgeon. He's a fish.
You've already said it once, but I was like, okay, we're gonna roll with it. We're just gonna call him Sturgeon.
So, as you guys finish, and a couple of you are probably helping to gather all the bowls and that, Ari will actually turn over to Imran and he'll say, so, you mentioned these swift cloaks. Out of curiosity, as I don't really keep up with the guilds that much, do you know who's currently running it? And Imran will think about it for a moment, and then he'll say, in his broken common, he'll say, not really. Her name is Red Steel?
Captain Red Steel, yeah. Nasty piece of work. Used to be run by a lady named Femia. I think. Femia. If I remember correctly. Famaya, there we go. That's the one. He's like snaps his fingers.
Yeah.
But she got muscled out of the guild due to, I don't know, reasons unknown. But guild used to be pretty on the up and up until the change of leadership.
Imran is like nodding his head along in agreement to Taffy's words. Ryan will kind of look towards the rest of the party and say, I mean, do you think we should try to investigate around the Swift Cloaks? I mean, if they're working with an assassin's guild, that's... I mean, I'm not guild member myself, but Taffy, I'm sure that's all sorts of wrong for a guild to do.
Oh, absolutely. It is hella illegal. In fact, I would love to just get in there, grab a bunch of evidence, and just destroy their guild that way. But
We love that for you.
sneaking into a guild house is also kind of illegal, and I really don't want to get any of my fellow coworkers in hot water.
It's not illegal if you don't get caught.
That's true.
Or if you lie. Well-
Exactly.
Or perhaps then,
Kind of
rather
illegal.
than going to their guild house, is there maybe anyone we could talk to about them? Someone might know. I mean, once we finish investigating the pier and that, of course.
Marshall kind of raises his hands. He's like, "Look, I'm not involved in guilds. I don't know anything about this."
As much as I absolutely hate it, I could go ask the Gnome Land Security Guild. They probably have run security, guild houses often have security run for them, and because we don't have a padlock office here, it's most definitely Gnome Land Security that's run the security, secured up the building. And given our rivalry, I'm sure they would just love to rub that in my face. But I might be able to glean some information out of them.
It is true. We could try that. We're trying to say something like that.
Yes. I do know someone who used to be a Swift Cloak.
Oh.
Ooh.
So we could maybe talk to him.
I like that idea way better than me having to deal with anything with Gnome Land Security.
Well, actually, as much as I hate to suggest this, this is a lot of ground to cover, Taffy. What if, just this once more, some of us go investigate the pier, some of us go talk to the Swift folks?
That sounds like probably the play here. Do you have an idea of who should do what?
Yeah, you want to be a team captain? I'll be one. I'll start picking. I'll go to the pier with Emran. After all, you guys can't understand a word he fucking says.
All right. All right. I'm gonna.
Well,
Yulia, you wanna come with me? Oh, sorry.
No, you go. Go ahead.
I might need some fancy talking and some subtle distractions, as it were, if I'm going to be dealing with guild members and all of that legal nonsense.
I think I can offer some assistance there. Sure.
Excellent.
Runarian really quick will speak up and say, I think I'll come with you, Taffy. As well.
Works for me.
Arca, you said you have a contact there. You should probably also go with Taffy.
True, we don't even know where he is.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Tove, Yuvari, Imran.
Yavari will want to go investigate the docks and stick to this district in particular.
Tove, if you don't mind sticking around, I could really use your healing arts if something were to go wrong.
And Tove nods and she says, sounds good to me.
Alright, so I guess we've got our group of 1, 2, 3, 4 each?
Looks about that's That's also pretty good. That way everyone has ample backup.
Little concerned that we don't have anyone with a lot of muscle, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
It's fine.
You got Yavari. You got magic. That's all the muscle you need.
Okay. Alright, well, Taffy, you lead them up to, I guess, the market square, and I'll start heading over to the pier.
All right, sounds like a plan. If anything goes wrong, remember, meet back here, or if you can get into the Noble District.
Just in case, maybe we should have a plan to let the other person know, other team know that something's going wrong.
Gotcha.
How about if something goes very wrong, I start a really big fire?
No.
He kind of looks around, like, most of these houses are made of like thatch roof and like wood, right?
I didn't say right here.
Well, fire doesn't particularly listen to people. Do you
well,
know
then what do you want me to do?
Do you know any bird calls?
Taffy, I saw my first bird a year ago.
Okay,
What
fair enough.
a drow animal would say.
Roar.
Roar.
Just roar very loud. All right.
I know what chickens sound like.
Let's see here. Oh, wait, hold on. You have that smoke bottle, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Just uncork that bad boy and let smoke into the sky. We should be able to see it from there. As for our, side of things, let me see. And he's digging around through his bag here. What do I have?
Oh, speaking of Taffy, can we maybe take the rest of your ball bearings with us?
Oh, yes, absolutely. How many of them did you take?
I think you've already said that there were like 75 left out of 1,000.
Yeah, you're sorry.
Right, we'll just call it like 100.
Just need to go stock back up on those bad boys. No problem. Let's see. I guess on our end, Yulia, do you have any spells, cantrips, or anything like that that could signal to our fellow party members?
I do have the Thunderclap cantrip, which I will post. I'll go and post it if this is useful enough.
Let's see. 100 feet away. I think the town might be a little longer than 100 feet. Unfortunately.
Or I have my lights, but I doubt I can make one big enough to be a signal.
Can you attach those lights to anything?
Hold on. Let me put out the one for
For instance, let's say an arrow that I could then shoot into the sky. That's a little dangerous, so I'll have to be careful where I aim, but if it's bright enough, then we could use that as a signal.
I don't see why not. It does have a longer range, too.
So that should be good. So if we see smoke, that means that Nars, your team's in trouble, and if you see a glowing arrow, that means that my team's in trouble.
Right, okay. Alright, anyway, I'll let Yavari take the ball bearings just in case she decides she wants to throw them on the ground. And, we can get going.
Perfect.
Okay.
Alright, guys, well, good luck, and hopefully we don't run into any problems.
Yeah. And, with that, he will just sort of start walking towards the docks. He's already got Baldwin's little seal in his hand. He's like, I'm not dealing with this today.
Valid as hell, honestly. Excellent. Then, yeah, you guys all split up your separate ways. Narcellus takes Tove, Yavari, and Imran as they head to the docks, whereas Arca will kind of lead the way for Taffy, Yulia, and Renarian over to where his friend is, their ex-Swift Cloak. With that, though, I will go ahead and say we'll end tonight's session there. Because I think we've gotten a lot done, and it's kind of a good stopping point before we get wrapped up and starting to unravel the mystery.
There we go. It's sleuthing time. Oh, baby.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I'm so good.
Yeah, well, thank you all so much, of course, for showing up. Thank you, chat, for hanging out with us. It's been awesome having y'all here. Next week, hopefully, we will meet back up, say about the same time, and party will begin their investigation in earnest.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. Well, I do appreciate it. Always a good time.
Yeah. Thank you all for being here. Always lots of fun, and I hope everyone has a great week.
You as well. Until next time.
Sure.
Talk to you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Excellent. So, oh man, here we go again. I can't wait to mess this up like we did the heist. But yes, hello, Venomarat. Ugh. It's the fastest wrap up to a game ever. It's we've gotten very good at finding the cutoff points. Yes, I am Renard Cross, your friendly Fae Fox guy. Do the Fae Wilds. I do appreciate all the support and the new follows and the resubs today. Excellent, excellent. Do a bunch of variety stuff. So yes, the next D&D session will probably, it's usually on Saturdays at 10 p.m. Central Time. I just spelled Venom and it just stuck. Oh. Gotcha. I feel that. Venomarat. So work with me. Gotcha. I feel you. That's a mood. I do have a YouTube, a Discord, and a Twitter in case you want to see more of my Fae shenaniganry. Perfect. I keep it with my schedule and everything. I typically stream between Monday through Friday, at between 7 and 11 p.m. Central Time, and then Saturdays on 10 p.m. Central Time. This Monday, I believe, is going to be Limbus Company, I believe. One ongoing or multiples. I did have two going on. Right now, I just have the one campaign that's going on. At the moment, I do other collabs as well. I'm looking forward to next month. I've got a pretty fun collab planned. Ooh. I'm excited for it. I'm excited. Just a little bit. One's hard enough to keep up with. It do be. Oh, that's okay. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I just play. I do not DM. I unfortunately do not have time to DM like I would like to. Oh. But I do appreciate everyone coming out tonight. Nah, you good. You good? Next time I'll be streaming will be Monday. Monday at 7 p.m. CST. I know. You good. You good. We do appreciate you here in the Feywilds. If you want to see more, consider doing a follow. So you can keep, notice when I go live, and you can see all the ridiculous shenanigans that I get up to. Thank you, Venomarats. Welcome to the Feywilds. When the Feywilds explore. We hope to see you around more often. Heckin' yeah, heckers yeah. Cool. So yeah, tomorrow is a day off. I don't do anything tomorrow. But Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time is the next time I'll be streaming. Well, but with that said, I hope you all had a fantastic evening and a fantastic weekend. Keep having a fantastic weekend. And until Monday, I hope you all take it easy and stay safe out there in those Feywilds.